Oh gosh, there we go. Hello everyone, we're invisible. Now we're not invisible. That's gonna be a problem if I can't.
We did it.
Gotta move that around. There we go. Hello everyone and welcome to Roll for Chaos, here with all of your favorite faces. And we have a new member today. We will be talking about them here in a moment as well.
Speaking of tacos.
Oh god. Anywho.
She's a snack.
We have returned for the next session of Hellriders here on our Descent to Avernus gameplay on the D&D channel here on Twitch. This thing that still exists goodly. I don't know where I'm going anymore. You know what? I've been thrown off. We're starting later than anticipated, and it's just getting confusing. So we're just going to go around. We're going to introduce our characters. Give us what your last things were that you were thinking about. And for our newbie, please introduce who you will be playing, and just give us the slightest hint of who they are. And we're starting with 1, 2, 3. That would be Willamy. Gwen, you're gonna go first. Who are you playing? What are they currently thinking about? And we'll just go from there.
Oh, well, hello everybody. I'm Gwen, aka McSherry, often found over in chat. And I'm playing Willamy, our friendly neighborhood bard. I think that right now she's kind of focused on, oh my god, I just died, but I'm not dead anymore, so yay. And really not wanting to be sacrificed and or killed anymore.
I mean, isn't that what we all wish for? Just not to be sacrificed or killed
I mean,
anymore.
yeah, basically. Again,
for the second or third time. We'll move on from there to Shannon and Ness.
Hi, I'm Ness. I'm Shannon, and I'm playing Ness. Yeah, I would suppose at this particular moment, because we just poofed into Avernus, that I'm just thinking, what the hell, on so many levels.
What the hell, on so many levels.
Okay, that's sure. Yeah. But adventure. She hasn't been here before. That she recalls, and oh, new map area to explore. Woohoo!
New map area. The gaming mentality. Valen and Clint, your turn.
I am playing Valen, and he probably has a little bit of guilt from trying to do the right thing and getting the shield and finding out that the shield was evil. That's not what I thought I was supposed to do. And then I murdered 2 people. Oh, I'm curious. Ty, does that mean I broke my oath? Even though, technically I didn't do it, but I did it.
If you're mind controlled, it doesn't count as breaking your oath. Because you didn't make that decision. Next up,
probably a little bit of guilt.
Yeah, just the tiniest bit of... And I'm sure that your allies won't have anything to say to you here shortly either.
Not at all.
Next up, Anna Venture. Your turn.
Hello, I'm Anna or Sanctum. I will be playing changeling sorcerer named Venture, but it's a homebrew subclass that's never been play tested before. So is it going to be broken? Probably, but I've been working on it for 1.5 years now. So hopefully it's not that broken. But we'll see.
We'll see. Everything relies on you actually being able to kill things, and them having
it
souls.
It does truly. Well, to be fair, I think it has to die around me. I don't have to do the killing blow. It just has to die around me.
That's not what your ability said. So you linked to someone first.
They're 2 levels higher than us. They could just kill us and then use us for their ability.
That is true. I could just kill the whole party.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one way to TPK.
To be fair,
don't do it to
Yeah.
Willamy, though, because she's been sacrificed enough.
Yeah.
To be fair, Venture has the lowest health of the entire party, even 2 levels above you. So,
wow.
Next up,
Marquise.
Marquise.
Hit dice.
Thulmaris.
Hi everyone. I'm Marquise. I'm playing Thulmaris, who never thought he'd see hell, but now he's here. And more importantly, 1, his ex is here and needs to die. 2, his so-called friend literally stabbed him in the back.
That is true. Literally.
So someone
Wait,
is going
is
to
that
have to
me?
answer for Yeah, that's you.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think you have like that much right to be upset with me with the information that I don't currently know.
If your back was turned, do you know it was them?
I would like to argue that Soul Link is if a creature dies, not if I kill the creature. So
Oh. Okay, well, we'll see how that ruling goes later.
I mean, someone did create the class and one is the DM, so...
we're going to fight a lot.
We'll fight
It will
over
be
that.
fun.
Yeah.
So,
What
next
could
up,
go wrong?
Brian, you and Whistle.
Hey everybody, I'm Atomic, or Brian, whatever the hell you want to call me, I don't really care. I'm playing Whistle to their friends, Whistlear to everyone else, the lovely Amethyst Gem Dragonborn Ginny Warlock, who is just probably having the absolute best day of their life because they eventually got to the place they least wanted to get to. So yeah, there is just this, like, I don't know, it's just like the world crashing around them, just like, you son of a... Oh, come on. It's just like, it's all just like, if they had bottles of wine, it would just be aplenty. So, it's going to be interesting to see just how they do this. But on the bright side, they could be a new cult leader to 2 other people locked into a freezer somewhere. So who knows?
I mean, yeah, not wrong. You never know.
Maybe.
You never know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep options
well,
open.
With that, we are going to move into our game today. You are all underground, inside of the secret lair in the sewers underneath Van Thamper Manor, still technically attached to it. As a matter of fact, all of you were kind of wondering if you're not like screaming from the pain of being... We'll get there. Is back in Baldur's Gate, a huge section of the city sewage system has now just been teleported away, and that's probably creating a problem, a crater, a hole full of effluent. Who knows? But at this particular moment, the only thing you can think of is, oh shit. The building that you are standing within suddenly has the sensation, which is strange because you're underground, of free falling. So, everybody that's there inside of this tiny enclosed secret sanctum finds that the floor starts moving away from their feet. Give me an acrobatics or a reflex roll, so a dex saving throw will work, or acrobatics if you have that as a proficiency.
They're all the same.
Same for me.
Ha! 18.
Jesus Christ.
18, an 11, a 25.
Damn, Willamie.
16.
Go ahead.
I'm like graceful
14.
suddenly. I need to die more often, apparently.
Apparently.
So, Thulmaris, you're the only one who finds himself losing his feet entirely, and as you kind of slip through the air as the floor moves away from you and you find yourself falling, you hit the ground with a solid crash, and you end up taking some damage. You're going to take 3 points of damage.
Great.
Since Willamie got like a nat 20, could Willamie maybe like grab?
That's in a different game system that
Help?
allows you to do that sort of thing.
Oh, we should play that game.
We don't get to ever have fun. Everyone knows.
Yeah. No, you just have to all stand there and watch your friend fall on their ass.
So, Willamie, you expertly place one hand against a wall. You like brace yourself with your instruments or what have you, and everybody else kind of shakes and rumbles somewhat. The building seems to collapse after a small free fall, and as it hits the ground, there's a crack, there's a shudder, there is the sound of stones beginning to fall. Some of the masonry above you is collapsing, and then there's this loud groaning noise, and crunching starts happening, and the ground begins shaking. Give me an insight check to anybody who would like to figure out what's going on.
Sure.
There's a 17, there's a 13, there's a 12, there's a 20, there's a 19. With that puts you to 14.
Mine's a 14.
14 gets it. Thelmaris, you're out of it because you're on the floor.
Yeah.
Everybody else realizes this this house probably wasn't built up to earthquake codes, and being dropped from the sky isn't part of their insurance. It wasn't part of the builder's plan. So the structural integrity of Van Thampor Manor is now beginning to be tested severely. It's starting to crumble and collapse above you. You all find
We should
yourself
go.
inside this small space. We're going to pop outside real briefly to where we see Venture. Please describe yourself at this moment. You are standing in an alleyway, kind of peering about. There's a lot of hell happening outdoors. We'll get to that soon.
For safety's sake, Venture being a changeling is not Venture. To my knowledge, I can only changeling myself into playable character classes, so the closest would be a tiefling. I just the most nondescript tiefling, if you could have a nondescript tiefling. So very just red toned skin, just cute little curly Q, like almost ram's horns, blackout scleras, and just trying to blend in with Hell's population as much as she can to not arise any form of suspicion.
So you're watching
Hello,
as
fellow Eventarians.
Hello, fellow demons.
the old Sinan method with the mustache written on the finger. So you're looking around the streets. You see devils and demons kind of clashing in the city streets at this particular moment in time, fighting one another. You're trying to stay out of the way and not really noticed. When you notice a shadow suddenly appear above the city streets. And then you look up and you see a large house. Fountains like start tipping in one direction. There's a garden that's like going in another direction. And the house just crashes onto the scene, flattening everything that was there. And as it hits the ground and kind of sinks to the side, a parapet, a tower, third story of the building, just like cracks, breaks off, and slides out to the side. You see a metal cage with a man in it just tumble end over end, hit the ground, bounce twice,
that bastard.
and then
right.
go over the edge of Avernus's city exterior.
Good for him.
edge,
Good.
And then
He deserves it.
Into lava.
we see a roiling river below. A section of the river Styx that will wipe away your memories and absorb you, turning you into a very much lesser demon if you were to fall into it, or devil, a lemure. So
Good.
we just see him going end over end, going shit, splash into the water, and then just sink down. And as he sinks, like his body starts melting into a puddle of this amorphous goo. And we return back to everybody underneath the estate. The ceiling begins crumbling. Rocks fall. Hopefully everybody doesn't die. What are you all going to do at this moment?
Move? We want to move?
Do we still have a straight line to the exit
The
into
ladder.
the stables?
There is the stable exit. I'm going to have you give me a high or low for each one of you, starting with Marquise. High or low?
Hi.
Okay. Ryan, high or low?
Hi.
Okay. Willamie, high or low?
Low.
Okay. Ness, high or low?
Low.
Okay. And then finally, Valen, high or low?
Hi.
All right. So you all begin scrambling out. Willamie, do you shout to the others to head in that direction? Who's going first is what I'm asking,
To the
really.
stables. If Willamie, if she was in the lead, will just start running.
All right, so you sprint around the section that you were closest to the door at this point in time, and you begin sprinting in that direction. Ness was actually outside of the door. She had been heading in the direction of the stables already, and had been one of the last to strike Thalamra as she was running up the hallway. So you move forward very quickly. You get a hold of Ness. The two of you run over to the trapdoor and look up as the ground is like moving underneath your feet. There's a large crack you see that appears in the ceiling. The sound of whinnying horses up above you. You immediately begin climbing the ladder as quickly as you can. Ness, you would be first one up it. As you reach the top, you just kind of pop the little trapdoor. There's some straw and hay that pours down over top of you. You can see the stable keeper is like shaking and looking around scared, and he like goes to a windowsill and he like peeks outside, and then he turns and sees you there and is like, oh shit, Oh, what happened, dear? Were you from the party? Are you one of are you one of the Duke's guests? Please tell me yes.
Yes.
Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Where the hell are we? He looks out the window and you can see that the light is bright red outdoors. There's like flashing lightning.
Funny
in the
you
sky.
say that.
Yeah, we are. Yes.
Yes.
We are
in hell.
We are
Hell?
in
Yes.
hell. How?
Yes.
I didn't deserve. I said my prayers daily.
Oh, I don't think that has a whole lot to do with it.
So we all dead then?
I don't think that's how it
No.
works, but I'm not sure.
We're not dead.
We're just in hell.
You're not there yet, Thulmaris and Wistelar.
Some
So
of us are a little
I
bit
know.
dead.
Willoughby and Ness have made it up the stairwell. Whistle, you taking up the rear pretty quickly, start climbing up the ladder as well. A segment of the ladder just kind of rips and breaks, and you have to like scramble up a few steps. And you get up through the door, leaving Thulmaris and Valen right behind you. The two of you are bringing up the rear. Valen is right behind you right now, Thulmaris. And
Oh,
with
no,
the
he's
ladder, with the ladder.
Question.
Phil would be in front of me.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So you remember the shield that I put on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Am I bound to the shield, the demon shield now that I have?
Yes, it is a cursed object, and you cannot release it.
Can I put that shield in my inventory? The other one?
Yes, you can grab the other one, and you just strap it onto your back before you.
That's all.
Okay. So that was why you took longer. Thulmaris, you have made it to the bottom of the ladder, but Valen wasn't right behind you. He had stopped to go get something. And as the ladder kind of snaps off and falls to the side of the floor, you see sections begin tumbling down over you. Please give me a dex saving throw as a big chunk of the cavernous section you're in tries to collapse on top of you.
Apparently, I can only roll a 3.
Unfortunately, it looks like you're about to get hit again.
Great, love that for me.
You will
Are
take...
they behind me?
Yes.
Actually, no. This was a saving throw. Never mind.
You take 3 more damage.
Great, love that.
You get like smacked by stones, and then Valen walks up behind you. So the two of you are now at the bottom of this hatch. And what do you do?
Well, is it big enough for me to like let people get on my shoulders to get up?
If you were to lift him up, he might be able to leap up to the section of ladder that's still remaining. It's bolted to the wall. It's an iron rung ladder, but a part of it is just snapped off because the wall is now shifted and not in the right spot. So you could have someone lifted up to that.
You're too heavy because you're in heavy armor.
But he could lift you. But will you trust him to touch you?
No! He just killed me! Well, not killed me, he put me to
Okay.
0. No!
But you guys know that I was mind controlled. It's not like I did
I
it
don't
on
know
purpose.
shit.
Nobody knows that yet. Nobody's aware of that. So let's see the scene start. Valen rushes over behind you, looks up, sees the ladder damaged. What do you say?
Fuck. And then Valen comes over and just puts himself as, like, far away from you as possible.
Look, I didn't do it on purpose. It's not something I chose to do.
Oh, really? I'm supposed to know that after being stabbed?
Deep down in, you hear a voice in your head, Valen. Deep down inside, you know you liked the power.
So I'm just not gonna pull the shield. I'm guessing I still have the shield in my hand.
Yeah.
Didn't you find it a little odd that after picking up the shield and it fucking changed in front of everybody, that all of a sudden I decided to be mad at everyone? Like, let's use some common sense here.
Hollering down the hole. I didn't hear and I'm sorry in there.
I'm sorry, but it wasn't my choice. Also, if it was my choice, don't you think my oath would be broken at this point?
Would you
I
like
don't-
to borrow my ukulele?
The building is collapsing. Maybe you want to have this talk outside?
I would love to, just prefer to have him not touch. And is there enough space to, like, hop off of the wall to try and reach up there?
Like
We'll see if I can
the-
roll above a 3.
The parkour jump or the Jackie Chan
Yeah.
wall run type thing. You just jump from one
Pretty
wall
much.
to the other. You can attempt it. Give me an acrobatics or an athletics check, whichever's higher for you, as you attempt to just get a sprinting or a standing jump, 1 foot planted, other wall planted, up after a little bit of a spin around and see if you can get it. That is a 16. Excellent. So you are able to just 1, 2, 3, grab it, pull yourself up, Legolas style. You find your way up out of the hole, leaving Valen behind.
Okay.
Is there no ladder at this point, or is there?
There is
It's bolted to the wall, right?
Yeah, so the ladder
Yeah.
was 18 feet long because it comes down from the sewers up to the top of ground, and the only top 4 feet of it is still stretched down. There's still a rather large drop below that.
Could I jump to grab the ladder?
Standing 12-foot jump, give or take, with your arms reach. Give me an athletics check. You'd be a basketball player for sure.
In heavy armor, too. That's
Heavy-
amazing.
I was gonna
armor.
say-
In heavy armor. You do have disadvantage because of the armor for this.
Nat 20.
Oh,
so-
No, he's
He's
got to
at
roll
disadvantage.
again. He's got to roll again
Just
because
get
he has
another nat 20.
disadvantage.
Easy.
Okay.
Double nat, yeah.
He gets 2 nat 20s. That'd
It's
be
entirely
ridiculous.
possible.
No,
It's not bad.
that time. So you jump as high as you can, but your armor does weigh you down. The new
Cool.
shield does weigh you down. You make it, I'm going to say, a heroic 3-foot vertical leap, but you don't
Hold on.
quite make it.
Well, I guess my
Listen.
other choice is to try to leave and go around and find a different way, I suppose.
Or something.
Lower a rope.
Mr.
I was gonna
say, does someone
do you have
have
a
a
rope?
I don't have a rope. I have
Oh
a.
wait, I have rope. I have rope.
You
so
do have
that's what I'll do.
rope.
I was like,
I've-
do I have rope in this pack? I will just tie the rope to the ladder and then lower it down
Okay.
while shooting him a very dirty look at this process.
So he like crouches down, ties this off, lowers it. I'm gonna have everybody now roll a reflex saving throw as the ground begins shaking. More than just the building collapsing outside of your location, it seems like wherever you landed is having an earthquake right now.
So is it, which? Okay, hold on.
That's not great.
We have advantage for reasons, right?
So we got ourselves a 25 from Tholmars. We got a critical failure, 1, which isn't anything different in D&D. A 7 from Willoughby. Valen, you're fine. Ness, you're fine. Tholmars, you're fine. But Whistle and Willoughby, the two of you hit the ground pretty hard. As the ground shakes, you kind of find yourself tilting to the side and moving around. You were all standing around the trapdoor. So I now need to roll to see what direction you fall. In the case of Whistle, if you get a 4 or a 5 on this D8 roll for direction, you will be falling towards the open trapdoor that Tholmaris is currently tying a rope off inside of for Valen. Nope, you fell away from it. Willoughby, for you, from your position, you were a little further away, but if I roll a 7, you will be falling towards the hole. You did not either. 2, 1. Snake Eyes Serpents. You
We did it.
You both fall to the side, away from this, and hit the ground. The horses in the stables freak out. They break free, and they actually ram into the door, causing it to like knock open off of its hinges and fall to the ground because it's sideways. And the groundskeeper like rushes over to his little bedspread and his little resting area inside of this stables, and like covers his head and hides rather than deal with what's outside. A blast of kind of hot and gross air hits you all. So
So we're in Texas.
yeah, I mean, it's not wet air.
Oh,
It's more like Death Valley. The rope being lowered, Valen, I'm going to say if you take your time, you can do it without a roll, but if you're in a hurry, you will need to roll athletics with just a straight athletics roll. It would be advantage, but because of your armor, it's just a straight athletics roll. Do you wish to take your time, or do you want to hurry up?
Wait, is Whistle still below me?
No, Whistle has made it up.
You're the
Oh, so
last
I-
one.
You were the
Oh,
last
okay.
one up, yeah.
I'll just take my time and try to. I mean, I would feel like I would have to do that anyway.
All right, Valen begins climbing slowly up the tunnel, making his way to the top. And do you all wait or do you all move from that position? What is it that you're intending on doing now that you're technically on the ground floor?
I guess I would be hanging back with Thomaris to make sure if they're holding a rope down to kind of help all of them, and then after that, probably make a break for it.
Okay. Wilhelmina and Ness, what are you currently doing?
I help.
Okay. So you're waiting.
Yeah.
You're all just waiting for Valen and helping him out.
Yeah, trying to get everybody up.
Okay. Venture, from your position outside of the manor in the city streets, you happen to see individuals like moving out of the wreckage of the house. A bunch of cloaked figures are kind of sprinting off. They immediately run into the waiting arms of a few devils that set upon them with ferocity.
Classic.
A fight is incurred and is over very quickly.
No.
You notice something else, however. An individual that has the rotund portliness, the visage of someone that you've seen in the city not that long ago, steps out of the house. You see Thavius Krieg and some kind of weaselly rat-looking fellow with a black beard, like walking beside him. The two of them go rushing off into the streets as well, and you see a few devils move in his direction, preparing to fight the said demons that are also in the area. When they notice Thavius, they both nod their head and they walk past him.
You, David.
He moves further off into the city streets, and you see someone brings him a chariot, and away he goes. We return back to everybody inside of the stables. You did find Valen. You helped Valen find his way up out of the hole, and you have made it to the surface level just in time to hear a massive groaning crash as the rest of Van Damper Manor tilts over to the side and then falls into the city streets. Walking out of the stables, you find yourselves in a new plane of existence. The sky above you is a disturbing something off, something wrong, shade of red and black. The air tastes of metal, blood, and brimstone. You also seem to have crashed the manor in the heart of some grand city. The ground beneath your feet is fractured. There are great cracks running through what was once a bustling street, most likely. And then there is something else, a dark void above you. Something Valen recognizes immediately from the night his home disappeared. The shadow of what was once called the Companion, a giant orb in the sky made of black energy and brilliant lightning. At the edges of the city, as you look out from where you're at, you can tell that you are in the sky. You're not technically on the ground, even though you're in a city. There is a massive distance off either direction that's far below you. The whole city seems to be adrift, as if trying to escape from the ground below. There are these immense, thick chains attached to the edges of this floating island that just pull it down towards the ground. And you feel the ground still shuddering from whatever earthquake that was occurring. And as you kind of look off into the distance, you see some of those grand iron spikes that are attached to the ground, kind of keeping the city tethered to where it's at, sink a little. And as they sink into the ground further, the shaking stops when they stop.
Even here doesn't want to be here.
Can't say I blame it. Anybody got fly?
No. No, not quite. So so I know we kind of wanted to get here, but now that we're here, what the fuck? Like, do we? What do we do? There's demons that way, devils that way. The house is fucking falling apart, so we can't just pretend like we just appeared here, right? It's like we've literally dropped a house on this shit. So we might be known. So I don't know. We stopped the cult, I guess.
Maybe things just happen to, fall out of the sky here a lot.
Well,
What's the best direction to start walking?
Yeah, which part of devils do we want to fight first?
So we'll describe some of that here in a moment. Those of you that have been here before recognize some of the city streets and locations. You can see the distance. This is El Terrell. It is segmented. It's cut completely in half through the center of the city. You can see in the distance 2 grand bridges that seem to still be attached, although you don't know if they'll last forever. If the city pulls in different directions, it would just shatter those things pretty easily. The whole southern part of the city seems to be fragmented and missing, like a section of the town either wasn't taken or it was collapsed away already. I have shared with you the map of El Terrell that you have. You are all located over in this position that I have just aimed at, if you can see that. To the west of you, there's the market center. It's on fire. To the east of you, there's the edges of the city and the walls. They're on fire. There is lava running through the aqueducts.
As you
and
do.
The channels that normally would contain water are filled with lava here. It's not great.
Do I recognize it's El Terrell?
Yes.
Or am I like still dumbfounded? Oh,
You have recognized
Okay.
that it is indeed El Terrell. So as you're standing there, you're not sitting. The air, hot, stinging, it just assaults your senses. The city street in which you find yourselves as you've stepped out of the manor wreckage is lined with buildings that are crumbling, if not already collapsed. The ground continues to shudder beneath your feet. Whatever aftershocks are occurring, they seem to be a continual thing. It's not a one-time event. You're fairly certain. From where you're at, the first thing, who's first off the greens off the property of the manor, like proper first? Who's the
Where
first
are
one
we
that takes a step down?
going? Because that was Brian had mentioned that, like,
Yeah.
which direction do we want to go, and if we're on this big floating thing.
Okay.
Um,
So from
Well,
the
like,
position that you're at, you guys could try to get your bearings and tell exactly where you are. Just give me a perception roll for anybody.
Marquise
that
was
Yeah, that's-
smacking something in the air. I
we'll
think.
smack Valen and be like, take us to the nearest inn.
Ah,
it's a big 5.
I got a 17.
I'm dumb. I'm just completely dumbfounded over exactly the fact that we're in my old home and it's like basically on fire. So I don't think Listel is doing well.
So Ness, you haven't been here before that you're aware of. Something feels familiar about the area though, which is confusing you. It's just something like tickling at the back of your mind. Willoughby, you haven't been here before either. So the two of you looking around, to the west of you across the Grand Chasm, you see a large keep. You believe that that's the castle for El Terrell. The High Hall is what it's called, you believe. You think that anybody who would be in charge, or at least trying to be in charge, would probably be located there. To the north of you and to the south of you, this appears to be just the merchants and the workers' districts. So it's not likely that there's a lot here. You'd have to find out if there was some sort of resistance or if there were some people here. El Terrell's been pulled down here for a while now. I'm going to say about 2 weeks it's been here, so you have no idea what you can expect, what sort of resistance might be in the way to try to protect themselves against demons and devils. All of you can kind of see the chains, the massive chains that leads to the ground below. There are creatures crawling up them and coming into the city. Way down below you, there is a massive line of demons and devils. Well, a bunch of ugly-looking Avernians, all fighting each other. And they're so engaged in fighting one another that only a few are coming up the chains at a time, and it doesn't seem like it's a consistent flow. But first things first. Around the corner of a still standing structure nearby, as you're standing in the street, you see a woman running with 2 toddlers in her arms, kind of screaming for help, as behind her, 3 infernal monsters are stalking after her with glaives. They've got snake-like beards that seem to be moving of their own accord behind them. They're laughing and enjoying as she stumbles and flees from them. They obviously are preparing to torment her in some way. Give me a religion check, if any of you would like to understand what those were. None of you know what the hell they are, but you're pretty sure that they're either demons or devils, one or the other.
Mm.
Bad shit.
Are they in range? Where are they? Way below?
Those are not that far from you. The lady just ran out from behind a wall nearby. I will go ahead and put this map out so you can see what the heck we're talking about. I made my own map for this one. So we'll just share that. And we're going to say that you all came from over here. There's Ilmaris, there's Valen, there's Venture, there's Willoughby, there's
There's
Wistler.
people.
I just see tokens. I don't. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
You see them now?
It loaded in.
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably
It
just
loaded
gonna
in.
take a moment. And you see 1, 2, 3, and you see the lady and her 2 little kiddos on her arms. If you
Oh,
would,
they don't even have
please.
tokens. That doesn't bode well for them. That's like a red shirt.
Roll.
Ugh.
Right? It's just
Mhm.
letters.
No
you-
art is the red shirt of D&D.
If you would, please
Mm.
roll for initiative.
Oh god damn it!
We're not. Did we get down from the place that we were at?
You've you had stepped out, and there was only a thin layer of dirt over the city streets behind you, just a little ways. So they are, you are in the city now,
Okay.
proper. You just stepped down from the manor.
Oh, it wasn't that far. Okay. I thought we were floating like high up.
No, you had collapsed onto the city streets of Elturel. Elturel's floating super high up. So the actual main city you're in is probably held aloft by about 100 feet by these chains, and the city's floating above the river Styx.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so we have everybody's rolls. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everybody's on map now. These things are going first.
Ew.
Run, all you want, little girl. The other one's like, yes, you can't escape us. They all move very quickly up behind her, one of them taking a swipe at the lady's legs.
Ugh.
Well, this might be decided for us.
Oh, wrong thing. Let's just go like this. I need to actually make you target that lady there and give me an attack roll. There it goes.
We should. No, never mind.
Yeah.
We're here to help. Oh, well, she's dead. Let's go.
Maybe the
Toddler.
children. No.
Yeah, she gets
Yeah.
hit.
The children are okay. Oh dear. I am not equipped to adopt 2 toddlers right now, guys. Just saying.
Ness is the perfect mother figure. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
She
sure.
screams motherly, family first.
Totally.
Think about all the schemes you could pull off with 2 underlings.
The woman screams as the glaive pierces through her chest and just punctures out the other end. The kid's yelling, and she hits the ground, bleeding out. Not dead yet, but will be very shortly.
Ooh.
Welcome to Roll for Trauma with Ty.
Willoughby,
What is it with you and killing kids? So we'd be like, well, I'm
Hey,
assuming that they're gonna die.
Give
This
him
is
time.
literally what
He'll get to them.
this is the very first encounter they have given me to give you when you get to Elturel in this module. This is
The
not.
next one is a
Who would have surprised
Litter
Tied
of
as another
golden-
encounter with dead children?
It's an orphanage.
Yeah,
And the
orphans were
orphanage
holding
has
puppies.
puppies,
Oh,
golden
no,
retriever puppies specifically. You know.
Oh, yeah.
The devil
They
rolled a
just
nat
roly
20 on the
poly
child. Oh no.
Willoughby,
Why
it
am I
is-
smiling?
It is your turn.
Children can pop. Did you know?
How far away are they?
They are.
You like your child well done, or
40 feet from you.
I'm gonna bamf as close as I can then.
You're gonna use Eldritch or not Eldritch?
Phase step.
Phase step. That puts you right here.
Is the one closest to me within the effect range?
The phase step. It's in 10 feet. What is your effect range on your phase step?
That's what I was just going to check.
Phase step. Additional effect based on your seasons. Your Fey ancestry gave you. You are a spring season at the moment.
Yes, am spring right now.
So you can touch one willing creature within 5
5
feet of
feet.
you. It teleports instead of you. So spring
Okay,
allows you to
that's fine.
send somebody else.
That's fine. Let's see. I have bamfed. I can't really do too terribly much, so I will just tell them how horrible and terrible they are.
You are horrible and terrible.
Exactly, and use vicious mockery.
Okay, so you're going to use a vicious mockery.
Have you never heard of a barber? Because those beards are out of control. Like, each of you has decent bone structures. You could be so much better if you weren't doing that.
Okay.
Bellamy can't fully insult someone.
Oh, yeah.
Vicious mockery is a wit save.
Well, I'm
wisdom
nagging.
save.
I'm like drawing them to me by telling them they have good bone structure and then pushing them away.
You have no bonus to your wisdom. Here he goes. He did not save.
Build him up.
Roll for damage,
Knock him
please.
Excellent.
Blap. You smacked him once, and he goes, "Oh, more toys." Ness, it is your turn.
It's my turn. I'm gonna, let's see. What is the range on my crossbow?
Your crossbow is pretty far. It is 30, 120. So 30 feet is at normal bonus, and 120 would be at maximum range, but it subtracts some of the accuracy of your attack. So if you were to move forward 15 feet, you could fire without having the negative.
I will do that.
Okay. So you move right over to here, and then you should be able to take a shot at this same guy. You're going to do the same target, I'm assuming?
Yes, the one that just pierced the lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack, please.
Here's the
Ka-chunk.
lady.
Bolt just goes right past him.
Damn it!
And that one.
Hey, knock it
Do we
off!
have his attention now?
That was a warning
Stop.
shot.
Yeah, the devils turn, looking at the children and looking at everybody else, and they go, "It looks like we're gonna have
Stop
to get a
it.
little bloody." And they all just start laughing to one another. Whistle, your turn.
Okay, let's see how far I can run. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to round... trying to think. I'm trying to like run around the tree over here.
Okay.
I get behind them. And then... Sure, I'll do a double Eldritch Blast at the one that's already been kind of softened up.
A double Eldritch Blast.
The same one.
Okay. Give
Eldritch
me your
Blast,
attacks, please. First attack.
So 1.
Now hold on. You have
It's
missed.
a 10.
Go ahead and roll for the second one.
Second one. That should hit. 22.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Huzzah.
Kaplow. Blap. 2 points.
9 damage.
Oh gosh. Yep.
What do you
9
mean
damage
2
is
points
pretty
of
solid
damage?
hit. It's a solid hit. You got 9. You got 9. I read it wrong. That's all. Okay.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? You.
I do one thing around here.
Pop pop. Venture.
Pew pew.
You see these strange adventurer sorts
Idiots.
become engaged with
Thanks.
some devils that are out on the street hunting
Mhm.
individuals. They seem to have maimed the mom and are about to abduct the children. What do you do here?
Yeah. I'm gonna soul link with the mom because I know she's gonna die, and I would like that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my bonus action to soul link on the person who's about to fucking die, and then I'd like to cast sleep on the 3 demons to try and just get everyone out of dodge because this party looks already like shit. And if a demon were to so gently touch one of them, they'd probably pass out. So I'm gonna cast sleep.
Sleep. Let's
We
see.
have more health than you.
Not fully. Y'all didn't get a rest yet.
Oh, I don't. Did I take damage? I did. Fine.
Each creature
That's
tries
a
tie.
radius of your center. Yes.
I don't know if it matters, but there should be 3 more points onto that damage roll. That was my old damage calculator. I thought the macro would update. It didn't.
It doesn't update for those, unfortunately. Let's
Yeah,
see.
so-
Advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. All right, so we'll get to do that.
Cool.
Looking at sleep.
So it's 5d8, which is the total hit points in which it affects creatures. It starts with the creature with the lowest hit points. If it and then we'll subtract all the way down the line, putting them to sleep.
How many
But I would like
hit
to do it.
dice?
It's 5d8, but I'm casting it at second level, so it's actually 7d8.
Okay. So are you rolling 7d8s to find out how many hit dice you are?
Yes.
Because okay, go ahead and do that.
5, 7, 8. Oh,
I always found 5d
31.
sleep to be confusing to me.
Those are a lot of naps.
So you can do that many hit points of creatures. So you've got
and
31
it
hit
starts
points of
with whoever has
creatures.
the lowest. Yeah.
I'm going to have you. Okay, you can hit the one that's been injured, and he'll fall asleep.
That's fine.
It's the only one that's low enough for you to do that that way. So we're going to give you sleep.
Now I can.
Oh, didn't want to do it to you. Dang it.
Wow, rude.
I thought
Now
I
I
had
can
the right
hope this
person chose
team
it, but
It's
apparently
smart
I did
enough to not hit the sleeping creature.
So
I
it's
can hope
you.
and pray.
You
They will not
are
hit.
Please.
That fell
Smart.
asleep.
unconscious.
You have not met our
you
team.
never played with us before?
And
Yeah, I
make sure
know.
you are
Immediately
not
they're gonna get
unconscious.
smacked in the face and wake the fuck back up.
Oh, look, he's an easy target now.
Okay, so you whisper the words of magic that come to you, and that bearded devil just goes, falls over sideways, and is now unconscious. The
I got him,
children-
everybody.
The first child
Good job,
sees
Listel.
everybody over there. Let me see. 1, 2. They start crying for their mom, and this one immediately begins running over towards the paladin as fast as possible.
Was that a crying trauma roll?
Yes.
Oh wait, because you're wearing the arm of a Hell Knight, right?
You are wearing the armor of a Hell Knight, so the child recognizes you
recognize
as a
you.
police officer, and they immediately go running in your direction.
Clearly, this is a child of privilege.
Wow.
Of
Oh,
course, you had to bring that in.
It's only been an hour, everybody. Let's get into it.
Vilmaris, it is your turn.
Well, I have 9 berries, so
You
I
have
am
lots
going.
of fruits.
Talk about privilege.
I can only get there.
Do you want to move there?
Yeah, but what I'll do is I'll just take an action to give myself because the one that's in a circle is asleep, right?
Yeah.
Great, I'll go there.
Okay.
Bonus action, just slip a berry into the lady's mouth and then just 15 feet in the other direction.
You slip a berry into her mouth, and you see her eyes snap open.
She has
She's
one
just
hit point.
Right through the
My
chest.
children, where are my children? She cries out.
And just like point, and it's like, oh, actually, just like follow me.
Valen, it is your turn, sir.
We brought you back to life to see your children die.
So, how far can I get to the first bearded devil one?
You can travel 30 feet. So if you use one action, which would only put you, it would put you about 15 feet away from the devil one.
Okay. Well, how about I get as close as I can there, and then I'm gonna do rush attack.
You're gonna do a rush attack. Okay, that allows you to
To-
travel. Let's see, can that get you here? Yeah. So you can actually just charge this guy. Okay, so you're gonna charge.
And
him
then
into the
I-
devil one.
I'm pretty sure, well, the rush attack will hit, but then I should be able to hit him again, right?
The rush attack would take your action to do, and then you can make a second attack. But that's all you'll be
Okay.
able to do because that uses your bonus action. So you won't be able to use your shield at the same time for a shield bash. Go
That's
ahead
fine.
and make an attack with your weapon.
Okay.
You rush across the distance. You drive forward your rapier.
He's having a fight with his shield right now, anyway.
That is a hit.
I am.
Do you
Yeah.
have? You currently have some spell slots since you went up a level. Would you like to divine smite?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Go ahead and use a divine smite. And are you gonna
Just
use
the
a
attack
level?
or the roll?
You'll use just your regular weapon damage roll because it should be attached to that.
Oh,
now.
that's right.
And next time I will ask you, did you want to do this as a second level spell or a first level spell? Because if you do it second level, you get 1 extra d8.
1 just right now.
Just 1. Okay. So you do 22 points of damage, rushing forward. Just this demon takes a massive blow, and you see for just a split second fear in its eyes. You now have your extra attack. Since you're level 5, you can swing another one.
Yep. Oh wait, sorry. I need to roll.
Oh god! Now I got to take that damage off of him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Sorry.
9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. Okay. Make your attack roll first, sir. That is a hit again with a 19 extra powerful swing there, Valen. Would you like to use another Divine Smite?
Sure.
Okay. And this will be a second level, so add 1 extra d8. That's 24 damage plus 1 more d8. You just roll that one manually.
Oh, it's not letting me.
You could also just roll from... There you go. That's another 4 points. 1, 2,
Nice.
3, 4. The devil, taking such a solid hit, brings up his hands before him and goes, Wait! I have things you may want to know. And
Okay.
the lady on the ground tries to crawl away using the disengage action.
Fair.
Look at this smart person.
The one sleeping continues sleeping. Does he get a saving throw every round?
He does.
for
It's
that?
a DC 15 at the end of. Well, that's rude.
He will be waking up at the end of his turn.
That's fucking rude.
So, no longer unconscious for you. This one has just put its hands up in surrender. The last one goes coward, rushes forward and attacks Valen. So it strikes at you with its pole arm at the same time as its beard like tries to smack into you with all the little thorns sticking out of it. You're able to parry that with the shield that you have at your side. In comes his beard, and you just go, ew!
You nasty.
Willemie, your turn.
Well, let me what's right about that beard.
I told you. I mean, it's not my fault they didn't listen. Let me see. I think that what we are going to do is a combination of things. Let's pop up a cloud of daggers.
Where would you like to put it?
Can I actively put it in somebody's space, or do they have to walk into it?
You can put it in someone's space, yes.
Let's put it in Bearded Devil 2's space, even though he just woke up.
Okay, Cloud of Daggers.
I'm gonna go ahead and let me see. Let's cast it at 3rd level.
Cube, 5 feet on each side. 3rd level, damage increases 2d4 for each slot above 2nd, so it'll go up by another 2d4 damage. So there is now a cube. We're going to put that here. Let's see, pointers. We're going to go square. Square is going to go right here. Just so it's viewable. It's not actually 10 feet. And you are now going to do the damage of that if he fails a saving throw, I believe, on it. Let me see here. Cloud of Daggers. Creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So when its turn begins, it's going to take the damage.
Is when the damage will actually happen.
Doesn't resist anything. It'll just take that damage. So it'll be 64 as soon as it's that creature's turn. And what was the other thing you were going to do?
I was debating also in going with the sleep thing, because that seemed like it worked really well. On the one that has not been hurt yet, so Bearded Devil 3.
So you can't cast 2 spells in the same
I can't
turn.
cast 2 spells. So I will just hang out because I'm currently between the devils and the children.
Okay,
So, yeah,
so you're going to wait
I'm
there.
good.
Okay.
Mhm.
Ness, it is your turn.
So let's see. The children, non-combatant commoner 1 and 2,
Yes.
are Okay, so Maris is there. I'm gonna move over to like, that's 15. I can do 20 to where Willoughby is.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to do another crossbow bolt. Which one's actively attacking?
Balin?
Balin. Yeah,
3.
All of them.
all of them.
Yes.
Well, technically 1 is pleading for his life. 3
true.
is attacking him, and 2 just woke up from a pleasant nap.
All right, I'm gonna go with 3, the one that just hit Balin, then, or
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Nat 20. Whew.
Don't you hurt my friend, even if he's problematic right now because he's going through something.
Go ahead and roll for damage, please, from your crossbow shot.
What?
Crossbow shot damage, please. Boom! 27
Oh.
damage.
With the sneak attack, yeah, that hurts.
Oh.
Did I have sneak attack on?
Yes, because
Is that
happens-
legit?
It happens automatically when
Valence-
someone's
Yeah.
basically flanking an enemy.
Not complaining, just wanted to make sure. That was more dice than I expected. Okay.
Yes, solid hit. Crossbow bolt just slammed.
And then I'm
into
gonna
his
like
chest.
look at the kid and then wink at it, like it'll be all right, you know.
Child now like as you have passed by, they didn't stay farther away. They've now like they're huddling around Willoughby and Thelmaris's legs,
Behind them.
behind them, of course.
Okay.
Was still your turn?
I will. Yeah, I will send some Eldritch Blast over at double 1, and if the first one kills him, I'll redirect the second one to 3.
All right, the one that's begging for his life, you're gonna kill. Got it. Go for it.
So what is 1 begging for his life, or is 3 begging for his life?
1 is begging for his life.
Kill him.
Do we
Okay,
care?
so then I'm
mean,
gonna come down behind, I guess,
information.
around this cart
Okay.
down over here, and then I'll just launch both of them at 3.
At 3 and not at. Okay. There we are.
Yeah,
at 3.
reposition myself a bit.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah. Number 1.
Curb plow. There's
18.
a hit. Go ahead and roll for damage first.
Oh, you want me to do damage first?
Yeah, because the way that's coded.
Well, 1
in-
hits.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead and roll for damage.
Either way.
Boom.
11.
11 points of damage. Thing like stumbles forward, quite injured at this point in time. And that was your turn. Venture off to the side is your turn. It seems like your soul link's gonna be wasted unless you like
Yeah, that's okay.
end that person yourself.
Darn.
Um,
Not
Do
a
I
good
have
first
any-
impression.
do I have any soul coins that are not occupied?
So you have 2
That are not occupied?
currently. Yes.
It is not a good first impression, but also,
We don't know.
yeah,
We
but
don't
I
see
know.
her, so,
I know.
We'll know
enough
if she
about
kills the mom
how
lady.
other people tend to function down here without knowing who I am and what I do. No, I have to kill her. Okay. Yeah. I assume she's real. I assume she's real low. God, yeah, this is gonna be a really bad first impression. I'm just gonna chill touch. It's just I think I can kill her with a chill touch, so I would like to do that.
You're going to use chill touch on
She
Mom.
has children that will, at the
does?
Why would
very
she care?
least, because you either have to kill the
Venture
children
doesn't
or
care.
take care of the children.
All
Venture
will
doesn't
be
care.
That's how you
explained, I
get children.
promise. All will be explained, I swear.
Venture doesn't
Oh.
care.
No, Venture does care. Actually, a lot. Venture cares a ton. But yeah, I'm gonna kill the mom.
Okay, give me your attack roll.
Watch this miss.
Wait,
No,
the mom
There's-
died.
That is a
The
hit.
mom already died.
No, she
No, she
was
didn't.
dying. Thelmaris healed her to 1 health.
Oh, I thought she was
To one.
already. Oh.
Yeah.
She
No,
went to
she-
0 and
And
Yeah, I
then
thought no 0 doesn't count for dying for the spell. Has to actually true death
she has to-
fail
they have to be
saving.
dead.
She has a name, so
Oh.
Okay, go ahead
Oh
and roll
my
for damage.
god.
Huh?
Roll
Not
for
anymore.
damage. You're gonna go ahead and damage Harkina. And she has instant death occur because you've exceeded her health by her health.
I would like to snatch that soul into my soul coin, please.
You do.
Does the head just like explode?
Be pretty well. It's a chill touch, so
Do the
her
children that are
shatters.
body,
behind
like
me
necroses and
wail?
then just hits the ground and dies.
Just cover their eyes.
How did we know that was going to happen?
That's true, you didn't. And you can't see me because I'm around the corner.
Yeah, you have no
so-
idea where she is.
The devil must have did it.
The
Those
only one that
fuckers.
might
Marquise had a
see,
good
the only one
question.
that might see would be Thulmaris. So
Yeah.
Thulmaris, give me a perception roll.
Sure.
A perception roll, perception rolls. The Mars is just making enemies today. A book of grudges.
I got
Nope.
an 8, sorry.
You did not
The
see
children
who
screaming
did that.
behind me.
You look over and you
It
see the
makes
mother
sense.
crawling away from the demons, like pool of blood spreading behind her, and then she just kind of collapses on the ground.
I mean, we know
How
that it
tall
happened.
how tall is that bunch of rocks that's by that building? Because if I look at the angle by which I am standing and Willamie is standing, both of us could totally see Venture.
It's a large section of rubble to a second floor building, so I'll let you roll, but there will be a roll target. You'll have to do a DC. It's a DC 18 perception roll for the two of you.
I mean, here's the thing. We are going to see her when she steps out around the corner to target the others.
Yeah, but we might think of them as like, oh, reinforcements. We don't know that they just off
Ness?
someone.
You
Ness
see
also
a
saw it.
you see a tiefling around the corner. Raise one
Okay,
hand.
I stand corrected.
There's a coin in the other hand that seems to be like half there and half not there. And she raises one hand, and then you see the lady die.
Do I know what a soul coin is?
Give me a Arcana check.
I would argue that as someone who procures valuable things, I know my treasure, as
True.
Mr. O'Connell would say. 14.
I'd say you've probably only ever heard of them, but not witnessed one. A coin that is not quite there that houses the soul of the dead. The souls of the dead. It's a very powerful commodity in places that are run by demon-influenced circles, cultists and whatnot. You believe that she's holding a soul coin and that she just captured one.
What was the last part? My
Look at
internet's
you.
wonky.
You have just witnessed a soul being captured and impressed into a coin.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, not my turn.
That's
but
the end of your turn. Yes, that was it. That's all you got. Okay. Venture, did you wish to move?
You should move.
The power play would just be to leave the story right now. Like, I got it, guys. Okay,
Yeah,
bye.
I did what I
I
needed
killed
to
my
do.
one innocent.
Unfortunately, I did not do what I needed to, what I have come here to do. Yeah, I'm gonna try and go around the other side of this house.
Okay, to where?
Well, eventually I'm gonna make my way towards where Whistler is, but I can't move that fucking fast. So,
So you're gonna move around this side of the house on the
Yeah.
back end? Okay.
Yep.
So you have to go around the broken cart, and that puts you
Yeah.
about here.
Cool.
And that's your turn.
Yep.
The children continue screaming and crying
Yeah.
and hiding.
She's dead. She's
dead.
alive. She's dead.
They're like, "You could do it again, right? Go give Mom a berry. Give her. I saw give her a berry." Philmaris,
Find
it's
the
your
mouth.
turn.
Just find the mouth. and
Find,
just
find the
push the
mouth.
berry on the soul coin. It'll be fine.
Yeah, does not
find
have
the
that.
stomach, and then just like
However, he'll put his hands together again in that symbol of a dragon and will resummon the
Sonda.
dragon behind them.
Behind
Please.
the kids or behind?
Oh no,
who?
behind the bearded devil number 3.
Okay.
please command your companion to babysit, please.
You get to babysit.
I'm babysitting. Sanda
That's
has
better.
not. No, wait. She should have 40 hit points, I think now.
Yeah.
I'm babysitting. The dragon is fighting, and I'm gonna pick up the kids and just scoot backwards.
Sorry, Ness, you lost your chance to claim the children.
I don't want them. I don't like kids. That's why
You
I
can
wanted
say
Mom
that, but
alive. That is why
we
I
all-
wanted Mom alive.
We all know deep down inside how much you wanted them. It's okay. You don't
So-
have to be strong. It's fine.
Sanda, upon being summoned, looks over at you, and inside of your mind, she goes, "Where the hell are we?"
In hell, darling. Now kill those devils while I take care of these children.
She goes to bite. We'll go like this. Does her bonus increase with your proficiency bonus to attack? Is that correct? I think it.
Yes.
So I need to increase that to 6.
Hell yeah.
Attack roll.
I need to.
So it is +6 to hit here, and it does 1d6 +6 now. When does the... I'll have to read that later just to double check when it changes, because I believe it goes to a 1d8 at some point. But it's not there yet. Okay.
Maybe that stable hand has always wanted children.
There goes a
I
bite.
have thoughts. I'll be fine.
I don't
DC at 13, so
like
it should
that. I feel not comforted.
change it here.
I have family in this city, thank you. Well, maybe. It's Thai. They're probably all dead, so...
Yeah, you.
I
There you
mean,
go.
I did say I have like, my city's like a quarter of this... My family's like a quarter of this city's population.
Oh, then
But
they
yeah,
know
they're
me.
probably all dead.
Bites into the bearded devil, causes a small amount of damage. And it is now Valen's turn.
Okie dokes. I'm gonna attack Bearded Devil 3
Okay.
with my rapier and stuff. Hold on.
Go like this, and go to him. There you go. That is a hit. Are you going to Divine Smite?
Uh,
It would be your
yeah.
last one. So that's your last second level slot. Go ahead and roll for damage. Plow and add one more d8 because you did it at level 2. Another 3 points, and that one hits the ground immediately. As it hits the ground, you see its body begin withering and turning into ash and fire as it burns upwards, and it is gone. Please give me a religion roll.
Okie dokies.
10. It's not that much to know. On your own plane of existence, demons and devils, when killed, return to their home plane. When they're on their home plane and you kill them, they die. So you have actually killed a demon, or a devil rather. At this point in time, that's not always a common thing. You have one other action remaining, attack, for your extra attack. If you'd like to use that, go ahead and do so.
Yeah, I want to attack Bearded Devil 2.
All right, he's on the ground. You get this one with advantage.
Okay.
That is a miss, so go ahead and roll again. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll for damage. You don't have any more Divine Smites available. Boom! Nice solid hit there.
Ow.
And it is now Bearded Devil 1's turn. It just like backs up a little with its hands in front of it, just like trying to move away just a little. Do you allow it to go backwards, or are you going to menace it in some way?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm going to tell it to sit, or stay right where you are.
Sit, stay,
You're
good boy.
the boss. Yeah, you're the boss, and he just like stays there. The other one on the ground now is going to take 6d4 damage. So go ahead and roll 6d4s for me, Willemy. There's 12 and 2 more d4s. So 19 total.
19.
That
Damn.
is 46. Okay. Ow. He's like screaming, his blades just spin around, slashing him and whatnot. He like steps out of the space as best he can. The blades are still there. He's like, oh god, oh fuck, that hurts more than I thought it might. Never done it before. I've heard some people might enjoy that sort of thing. Bygones be bygones. He raises his hands. At the moment, the
You
devils
froze that
have-
mother to death, damn you.
the devils have decided not to continue fighting. It's up to you if you would like to continue fighting with them or not. One of them turns and looks at the mother as you've said that and says, I didn't do that.
She's gone. She's gone. She's not there anymore.
Yeah, it's like a devil to lie, you bastard. Both of you. It's fucking. We don't know what the fuck's going on, and we need answers. Both of you come the fuck over here.
They like casually walk over. Are you all allowing them to remain upright at this point in time? Is that what's happening?
I feel
I have like two
would,
glowing fiery gems. Just like, try me.
I feel like it would be so against me wanting to keeping them alive as a paladin.
Mm-hmm.
You can kill them
But
after.
But I'm also
You could also
I know
split
that.
the difference and just kill one of them and leave one for
How many men does it
questioning.
take to
There you
deliver
go.
a message?
That's what I
you
was
can-
thinking. Because
You can
I
whack-a-mole
feel-
both of them in like a second.
I feel like he definitely like wants the information because he just really wants to be with Darian again. But at the same time, oh, by the way, just so you know, Darian's my man thing, and he got taken away from the thing, and I've been looking for him for a while. He's here somewhere. I need information. I'm desperate, but I'm also pissed. So
Are you telling me, Anna, this so I know, or are you
Yeah.
telling the demons this really quickly so they have context? Because I really
I
think that's
like
when
the
demons-
second
not
one.
both?
So they have
The entire campaign. I need to rescue my long lost love and husband. Yo, my man thing is somewhere here.
I really hope you're just telling the demons for context. Be like, I need to find my blue thing. He's somewhere around here. I've been trying to find him for a really long time. So I just
This
really
is-
need information.
this is both
I
you
am-
and the demons.
Amazing.
It has been far too long, okay?
Yes, quite indeed. I've missed the man. So, do you know where the people I've been looking for are?
Which people
More
are you?
context, probably.
Who are you looking for?
Look, like
People.
All the
how
people
long
that
have-
were brought here.
I mean, if you look around the city, I'm sure there's some over there. He points to the dead corpses on the ground. There's some over there. Some of them probably fell out of the sky.
Valen,
I'm
could you
assuming
end that
some are
word,
hiding
please?
in the houses around. us.
Right there. As he
Valen,
says
please.
that, I'm just taking my rapier and it's like right against his neck.
Yeah, hey,
I'm gonna
boss.
Like
say,
inside
okay,
of
we're gonna try this again.
I was answering your questions. I was being very truthful and honest. You
look,
don't
we
need to-
we just arrived. So we just need some information. Namely, I guess, how long have you all been making a playground of this place that I would say at least, well, probably the two of us have family in tow, or at least loved ones in tow. So we'll figure that out in a second. But right now, we need to know what the hell is going on and kind of what our next play is. So please be a dear and, maybe help us out, if you will, before we send you back to where you came from, as it were.
We are already where we came from. Point of
Oh,
order.
so it'll be a short trip. Okay,
The more
great.
injured one goes, point of order. I have a hard time concentrating with all of these serious, righteous burn wounds upon my skin. How's about a nice drink? I'll take some alcohol and then all your answers.
If you open your mouth, I can put this gem into your head to make it explode.
Well, that's
Would
not
that clear
the
your
kind
mind?
of beverage I was looking for, exactly.
I've got a friend.
Ha 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 ha. How about
I
you
like-
clear up
I
that
I'd like
mind
to
of
say
yours?
to Willoughby and to Ness, like, is anyone else weirdly turned on by Wistel right now?
There kind of being a
You need
bad
to get laid.
Can I hear this
You hear-
commotion from the other side of the house?
You have moved around the house somewhat now, and you're definitely hearing this. So you're coming up around the
Can-
corner.
Can I send a message to the purple dragon?
Absolutely. What's your message?
Cool. Kill them. Don't trust them. And then I would like to give an address of, I assume, a safe house, since I'm a folk hero that I am aware of.
Yes.
Cool.
Absolutely. So
Are they
That's a
a
message
You're
to get in
a
your head.
terrible folk hero. Just saying.
No, I'm actually not. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
well? Wait,
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Like, I guess, are they a folk hero to El Terrell or a folk
Yes.
hero to Hell?
To El
Okay.
No, Terrell.
Okay. Would I
You would
grew
know.
up in El Terrell. Would I have any idea who this person might be?
how long have you
I mean,
been
I-
working out of Elturel Adventure?
A while. I've been there a while.
You might have to actually speak with them in person.
Or
rather
Yeah.
than
not in
Eventually,
person.
this is more. I just didn't know if like would I register the safe address they like mentioned. Like, oh yeah, my family used to get, I don't know,
Absolutely
pastries from
wasted
there.
on
give me a
Tuesday.
give me a
Oh,
history
the local
roll.
whorehouse. Oh yes.
Well, give me a
Say
history
that again.
roll to determine if you know where the location is that comes to your mind.
I spent way too much time in this campaign in whorehouses, guys.
And we're about to go back.
18. So it was a bakery not too far away from where you and your family used to own one of their first houses, one of your parents' first houses.
The beignets are fierce.
First houses.
I'm going to just.
Oh, raspberry
It's not the first time I've heard a voice in my head, but we are in hell, so I'm gonna look around to see if I can find the voice before I go believing which disembodied voice is the right disembodied voice to believe.
Are you attempting to hide, Venture?
I would, if I can see he is making eye contact with me, I'm
Well,
going to.
It's just like this.
He
Like,
turns
Okay.
around looking because he was facing the opposite direction.
yeah,
I'm
my
going
back's
to-
towards you.
drop demon form, return to venture form, and allow him to see me.
Okay. So
Because
you,
then, if he knows anything about me in Entourage, he would know to follow me.
So you turn around looking and you see Venture behind you, pirate-looking individual. Are you full pasty white
Changeling.
or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So there's a full-on shape changer, changeling, standing behind you in the city streets, wearing what could only be some sort of
But
pirate adjacent.
if they have a reputation, do I have any idea about their reputation from
Yet again,
pre-hell?
Give me a history roll.
Don't fuck this
'Cause,
up,
like,
otherwise it's gonna be
I
really
did
awkward.
grow up there. History. Got it.
That is a
15.
15. With a 15, I would say that you recognize that there is someone who was wandering about Elturel trying to help those in need who had the countenance of a changeling, which wasn't common. Absolutely not. You don't remember their name, though.
Okay, I'm gonna give like one of those like head tilts to them, and then I'm just gonna
Throw
walk up to the one that's like, oh, I need a drink, and I'm literally just going to like gem in mouth, hold their mouth closed, and just wait for the damage to proc.
His head explodes, and as that one falls to the ground, just destroyed, the one next to him goes, "Hey, now that he's out of the way, we can have a real conversation. Just you and us. What is it that you want to know? I'll tell you anything."
Okay, first off, we want to know kind of, I guess ultimately what's going on right now. So hierarchy, is anyone in charge? Is this just a free-for-all? Are you all just getting your wilds out here on the lovely people that used to be my neighbors here? So please speak up before I lose my shit some more.
Hey, I know. Change of scenery, always difficult to deal with. Am I right? Moving locations.
Let's talky more answers, fucker.
So, in charge is a interesting.
Okay,
question.
Thalmaris, maybe a little bit.
When it comes to the city here, I don't think anybody's in charge in particular. I mean, there have been some individuals in. I mean, are you talking about Elturel, or are you talking about like the general location here right now?
The city, the floating city we're on, that's, I guess, covered in fire.
Now, are you asking about who's in charge of the devil host here, or are you talking
As far as we know, some cult fuckers teleported this thing down here, and we don't really know why or all that other fun shit, but apparently you all are having a good time, so maybe you might know a little bit as to why someone would decide to summon a city down to the depths of hell to let your kind do what you're doing right now.
Oh, well, that's kind of an easy one. The whole city's bound to be pulled into the river Styx at some point, and once it arrives there, we'll have a host of new lemures we can turn into devils and fight against the demon armies that have been rising up. So I'm assuming Zariel has probably taken this city and was attempting to take your other one so that we had more of a host for the armies. I mean, devils don't
Oh, of course, of
We're
course.
not manufactured from the chaos like demons are. It's kind of a not great situation we find ourselves in, and right now that's what we're doing. That's why we were here. Look, we're actually your friends. We were dealing with the devil,
It's
the
just
demons
logistics. Oh, supply demand logistics.
Look down below.
Oh,
Look down
okay.
below. He points out over to the
So
side where you can see down, like far down below, there are demons like pouring out of the river and out of the area, and there are devils fighting them. It's like, look.
Oh.
We're just
good.
here
Okay.
trying to establish order, okay? The
Oh,
city,
of course, yeah. Heaven
they're-
forbid that we come in here and try to, stop you all from,
Yeah, you know what?
has
You're
anyone
doing a disservice to the people of Elturel right now.
I'm so fucking over this. I'm just gonna take my rapier and just spike it right through his head and kill him. I'm done.
He just falls to the ground, becoming ash.
Yeah, that was probably what we needed. I was gonna ask if anyone's ever gone back, but yeah, that fucker probably wasn't gonna give anything.
Because he's just playing with us at this point.
What,
I'll just be like, you just care to the children. I'll be a second, and I'm just going to like dust myself off a bit with some prestidigitation. I'm gonna go into the back alley and have a clandestine meeting.
Did you stay
Pardon
there,
me, I need
Adventure?
to piss. I'll be right back.
Did
I
you
just
stay
said,
there or
like,
did
just
you
give
take
me a
off
moment.
as soon as you sent the message?
I would have probably taken off after I sent the message of where to meet because I don't want
That's-
to stick around.
That's
Okay.
fine. If I notice them and they're not there, I'm just going to I would just call it to the crowd. I have a lead on a potential safe spot that we can regroup. So if you would just kindly follow me, unless you want to do something else to the surrounding area, I guess. Because the bodies immediately just dissipate, right?
Mm-hmm. They have just turned into
Yeah.
piles of ash on the ground.
So
any metal
if you
weapons
all-
or anything they have stay, or is it just the whole kit and caboodle?
Let me double check the weapons these guys are carrying. So they have are these magical or are they tethered to them? What are they here? They're glaives. They're hellfire glaives. So they are still on the ground. There are 3 glaives on the ground nearby. Each one of them glinting with some of the red firelight of the sky reflecting on their surface. They have a very evil aura.
Surprise. All right. So if you all would just kindly follow me and Valen, we at least know our way around these parts. And I'm gonna whisper to Valen kind of what I believe is a safe spot to head to, just so that they are aware of where I'm walking to in case something happens to me.
Okay.
So
Really ominous.
Yeah.
you don't know if I'm leading the way, so I could just like grab me and fly off, so at least 2 people know where we're walking.
That's fair.
So
Okay.
I'm just be like, are the children okay to walk? Are we? What's happening?
You see the 2 young children kind of holding on to Thulmaris's and Willamy's legs, and they're like, "Is Mom gonna be okay?
They're in a better place.
Better play." They went away. Why didn't they take us with her?
Well, they might take you with her soon. But look, we'll take you to a safe spot. We'll see what we can do with your mother. You two, just follow me. Just whatever you need from this. Okay, just follow.
I like-
just- come on.
Follow Thulmaris.
Whisper
I
to
will pick
Wissel.
up the children.
Can we not put them in the bottle just for safety keeps?
After I have to sleep first. Unfortunately, it's only a
Oh.
once a day thing.
Can we
Okay.
please not walk the children by the body of their dead mother?
Yeah.
Body,
Just asking for a friend.
body's not
Just-
there. I swear.
Just do this. Just like Walk around the tree.
Pick up the
Pretty
children, and
flowers.
I will
Well,
just
the blood
tell
would be
them
there.
to
The
just
body
kind
might
of
not
keep
be there,
their
but the
eyes
blood
closed
would.
so that they don't.
Pick 'em
You know
up.
what?
I'm
Actually-
gonna bird box them. I'm gonna
Oh.
bird box them.
You're gonna
I'd
bird
be like-
box them. All right.
I was
Like,
gonna,
I
if
spy
that
with
doesn't
my
work,
little
I was
eye.
gonna do card tricks.
a burning corpse. Which one is it, kids? Is it that one? Is it that? Okay.
So you're covering the children's eyes. You're
Wistell
moving
is not
through
a
the
kid
city
person.
streets. We can close that
Clearly.
now for now.
Wow.
So you begin heading towards the location that the stranger provided you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the I guess not directly in the streets. If I know like back ways and alleyways and like things that we can kind of be out of the way, I would go that way so try to avert attention, and so we don't have to have any more clashes with bearded people.
Okay.
Especially those beards. Like I imagined a goatee one thing. No, it was multiple undulating. It was even worse. Definitely needed a barber.
I mean, there might be some more, modern people that have like more of a trim.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
they could like.
So you walk through the city streets a little bit, and it's a bit of a trip for Whistle, for Valen, for Thulmaris to see the city and the state that it's in. Obviously, you've walked many of these streets before in the past. Valen, especially, you've traveled up and down them as a soldier here quite often, and you find yourself as Whistle turns and starts leading you away towards the location of a safe house, whatever it is, and you are all keeping the children occupied, occasionally hiding their faces, and when you can't do that, Ness playing or making some card tricks up, doing some magic, some prestidigitation of her own to keep them occupied.
Sure.
Well, card tricks, you said, right?
Yeah, but not actual prestidigitation. I mean,
Yes.
like literal in the real world prestidigitation, but not D&D
Not
prestidigitation.
actual magic.
I don't want to step into Wistel's lane,
You're doing street magic.
I don't care. It's a cantrip. Who gives a shit?
So
That's
you're
below.
You
doing
can't
that to keep their-
prestidigitate.
to keep their attitudes in.
The fire's gone. The fire's gone. No,
You
it's
turn to
just
look
like
up
it's not
the-
gonna do anything.
You turn to look up the street, Valen, and you see the scene from your dream. You see the location of the city streets, the collapsed buildings, things on fire, and this space is where devils had people in chains in that dream, walking up the streets. You remember that this is where your significant other was at the time. Not here now, obviously. And as Whistle takes you to the Risen Delights Bakery, you find yourself at the last place you had breakfast with your beloved.
Oh, that's sad.
Look what you did, Sanctum. No, it isn't.
I didn't choose the bakery. No, my
You move up
fault.
to the front of it, and you can see that part of the building is collapsed. Stone and rubble kind of crossing across the door frame somewhat, and there's some old boards kind of laid up against the wall in a way that makes it look like it's either collapsed or damaged. But there's obviously a space right between them that you could climb into the building. It seems like it's just a hidden entrance there in the wreckage of the actual bakery itself. And as you go inside, what do you do? What do you say?
I'm just going to, if we're like huddled outside, if it's an okay spot to leave the group, I'm just gonna say, I believe this is safe, but just let me go in first. If I don't come get you in a matter of minutes, look for somewhere else.
If I
One
scream,
moment, please.
it's not safe.
Yeah, if you hear bad noises, run that way. And
When
I'm
did
just, I'll.
you get so in charge?
And brave.
Stop
You may go into the
complaining.
dark. I just, like I said,
I'm not complaining.
I
just
was
asking.
I was given a lead here by someone who I believe is safe that sent me a mental message, and I just want to make sure everything's on the up and up before I get everyone in danger.
You
So
know somebody in hell that sends mental messages?
that's what I thought too, which is why I want to make sure that this is okay. As far as I'm aware, they were in El Terrell prior to departure to hell. And I know of them, so I just want to make sure that they are who they say they are, and that this is on, like I said, not going to lead to everyone else's death. And frankly, I'm probably in a better state than most of you right now to potentially have this talk.
Is this the person who did the brain talking? Was this the tiefling that did the thing to the who? Hold the ears of children.
The what now? I didn't see a tiefling, right? Because I
No,
saw
you
something
didn't.
else, didn't I?
You saw
Oh,
no,
I
that-
did though. That's what I saw.
Yep.
So I
No,
can't-
this person isn't a tiefling, so I'm not really sure what you're referring to. But just stay for just a second, please. If you hear a scream, go that way, and I'll duck in.
All right. So
We'll
Whistle-
avenge your death.
Whistle
That's all I asked
immediately
for.
ducks
Willoughby.
inside the building, where you can see the remains of an old bakery. There's some damaged goods. There's some mildewing, like flower in the corner. There's not a whole lot of good stuff here at the moment. There's an old skeleton of somebody that was died a little while back, and well, it's mostly
Giant barrel with
skeletons.
one rotten egg and a rotten carrot.
There you go. Yeah,
I mean,
and there's
with-
an ancient hard-boiled egg sitting in the windowsill.
I'm assuming with my double sight, this is all perfectly visible to me.
Yep, absolutely.
Aptly
And
named.
As
Yeah.
you step inside and move a little bit further into the interior, there's a door at the back of the room that is currently closed.
I'm just if I don't see anyone, I'll just call out. I'm here with my entourage in tow. I'm here first to make sure this is okay. If you would like to make your presence known, we can have this out right now.
That sounds like a threat.
It's kind of like it's like a middle ground of like I'm just testing the sea. I'm testing the waters. Like it's like if this is gonna be something, let's just do it now. But you know, if it's a threat, I wouldn't be like, yo, I'm in here. Come jump me.
That's what someone who wants me to come out and be jumped would say.
Oh my god. This
I'm
isn't
in
gonna
here,
be
come
a
jump me.
yeah. This is gonna be a Canadian standoff. No, you jump out first. No, you jump out first. No, you jump out first.
I'm sorry.
I'd be like,
Um,
as far as I'm aware, I know from the stories I've known of who I think you are generally a good person. So
good is it?
Mhm.
I'm gonna send a message.
Okay.
Just asking where the others are.
Okay, yeah. So I got this too. And I'll just respond. They're waiting outside, same entrance. I told them if they don't hear from me shortly to leave this place. But yes, they are outside. It's just me right now.
Okay. I'll leave them where I was hiding.
All right, so you step out from behind a counter nearby, and there she is, standing in the room with
And I'm
you.
just like, just hands up, just like I have weapons on me, but you can tell by the way they're placed that I am not good with
Never
any
touch
of
them?
them.
Yeah.
They're like the spear's like hanging in a way where I have to like reach for it instead of like it's readily available, and like there's a crossbow that's like in my bag that's like jingling around, like it's. I guess introductions are in order. Well, you might know me as Wistalar, Hasraya, from here. Most of my family's from here. A lot of my family makes up this city, or at least worked in this city, so you probably have run into them if you've been in here for El Toro for that long.
You do
So we
recognize-
just arrived.
You do recognize the Hasraya family as a very prominent merchant family, primarily dealing in gems and jewelry.
And I assume I've worked with some of them at some point.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, because like there's like some in the gem business, there's some that work farms. Like they're just generally outside of the gem business. They're all just like blue collar workers, merchant hands, like that kind of stuff.
I meant my business, but I got you.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, you're good.
So as you are setting up this scene, we have gone a little bit long. We will take a brief break. Go ahead and consider our next actions and thoughts, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you very
Initiative.
much, everybody. Roll for initiative.
Yeah, I got attack
Uh,
right now.
We'll
Hold
see you
on.
again soon.
Ah. And I
Hello,
killed them.
everyone. Welcome back to Hellriders.
Hi.
There's nothing contentious happening behind the scenes at all.
I literally told Brian as we were talking, I would not have killed her until I was given the option to. I didn't even think about killing her, and then Ty went, "You'd have to kill her yourself," and I went, "Well, I have to kill her myself."
So
I mean, it is
we've
time.
gone from you'll understand to not my fault. That's very
No,
fair.
I also
Hey,
understand.
I'm Team Venture. You're good. It's fine.
We don't
you.
care, Brian.
I don't know. I don't know. You hope I don't know. I will murder
just-
you if I know.
No, you.
I will
have
be
to
the
find-
bridge that mends these parties
Use of
together.
the ukulele
Okay.
today.
So
Anyway.
we see Whistle
Just a happy
We
day
need
in hell.
the speaking stick.
standing
A happy day.
in the Risen Delights Bakery with Venture.
Risen delights. Thank you.
If you would, please, Venture. What do you say now?
You don't belong here. What are you doing here?
Yeah, we don't belong here. We didn't actually want to get here. We weren't supposed to get here. We were trying to. So, Baldur's Gate, because I know you well enough. At least I think I know you well enough that you probably know at least what Baldur's Gate is. Correct? Right? Okay, good. So, we stopped an evil cult from bringing Baldur's Gate down and basically do this to that city. But in doing so, apparently, the only way to stabilize the rift or some shit was to teleport that mansion down here. So yeah, now we're down here, and we're not supposed to be down here. But in a way, we were trying to figure out how to bring Elturel back up. So maybe this is what we're supposed to be. But yeah, not things,
All up.
just not good things.
Your plan was to bring all of this up.
I think that's the long game. Yeah, if we would like to save it.
Foolish.
Yes.
Very.
You don't know me well, do you?
No.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you knew me better, you would know that's probably on par for me. But anywho, how about your introduction now? Because we're not supposed to be here, but at least some of us are from this town, and I believe you're also from this town in a way.
The name is Venture.
Well, pleasure, Venture. Westell, I think I already did that, but trying times. Yeah. So, anywho, so obviously this place is safe, and I'm kind of hoping that, you're not. I have to ask this, right? The whole you're not working for the devils. You're not trying to be a demon. You're not trying to sacrifice people for power. You're trying to I mean, at least not die. I'm assuming. I don't know if you're trying to do anything else benevolent here.
You said you knew me before this meeting, yes?
Rumors, stories, it's kind of like, oh, it's that person, they're supposed to do this thing, like that. That's all I really know. We never,
And you would know
our circles
exactly
never
what you're doing here.
intertwined. No.
Mm,
I left Elturel. Maybe you got bigger afterwards. I don't know, but
how do I put out something insane?
we're in
I-
hell. Just lay it out there. We're past that.
Are you alive, Whistle?
1 second, still good. Everything's
Okay.
fine.
Standing on the streets outside, everybody's looking around, and you're seeing, ash raining from the sky, the dark void above. Lightning has struck a building across the street from you, shattering off a section of it that just falls.
There are
into the
children!
street.
Is it okay if I bring them in, or do you want to? Okay,
going to
you
ask
can
if
come
you
in
wanted to.
now if you want to just be out of the way. Bring everyone inside. It's okay.
You move into the
We
hidden
haven't-
section of the bakery. Is everybody going inside?
Valen, would you mind going first, dear? Thank
Absolutely.
just in
I'm very
case.
familiar with this bakery. And makes me a
Oh.
little sad, but it's okay.
I'm just just welcome everyone. We have potentially a new friend. This is Venture. They gave me the information to come here in the first place. So we're currently. We're currently, figuring out everyone's situation right now. Please don't be rude.
You've probably
More
met a
on
few of them.
You just tell me, not rude.
having worked for the for the guild for a while, you probably run into a few doppelgangers. There was a few of them that turned a little dangerous and belonged to a cult.
Not me.
But in particular, it seems like in general they're not abnormal in the circles you run with potentially.
Neither are bad people.
That's true.
Valid point.
For everyone's comfort, I will switch back into the humanoid form that I usually take, which is just like a red-haired woman, like a human female red-haired pirate woman, so to make everyone more comfortable with my appearance.
Could you not look exactly like me?
Surprisingly similar.
Like
in appearance
literally
to
my
Ness.
thing.
Only with green
Lady.
eyes instead of blue.
Ah!
And you do men too?
That's not a question you should ask someone when you first meet them, Valen.
I'm
It's
sorry.
rude.
Phrasing.
I don't think I've ever seen a
Can I
changeling
change
before.
my face just into Valen's face?
Yes, I would say you could emulate if you're attempting to, and you can see him
Yeah.
right there. So
That's creepy, and yet I feel a song coming on.
oh.
Ba-bum-ba-dum-bum-bum.
Valen, you
What
look hotter
the
as
fuck?
a chick. Just
You look hotter as
we
a
were
chick.
just making
As
we were just
elven
making
features.
introductions. So Venture, raise your hand if you wish to be introduced, or if everyone wishes to be maintained and nominated.
I
Those
think
that want
I'll
to be
take
known
the
right
kid
now.
to the corner and like just distract them because I don't like this person right now. I don't trust them,
Okay.
and they also
You-
just took my aesthetic, which hits me in the girl.
I have a question before we do this whole introduction thing. Were you there at the whole bearded devil situation?
But you all got over your head very quickly, yes.
We did not get over our head. We took them out quickly.
As she says over her shoulder with the children.
So you were there. So let me ask, was it you?
Venture's gonna reach into her pocket and grab a soul coin, specifically the one that holds the mom.
Coin comes out. It's the same one that was held by that tiefling. That's
Oh God.
Should I? Is there something I could roll to not just immediately shoot her? Here's some background. Ness is
Wisdom
an
saving throw?
orphan. Orphan, bad situation, just doesn't particularly care for anybody orphaning people.
say, give me a wisdom saving throw to avoid.
That's what I like. I
following-
don't want to actually do it, but I feel
You
like
can.
like
You
I
can.
need
Go for
to
it.
like
Can I
honor the trigger.
Mhm.
can I insult check to make sure I'm watching my party immediately go aggro?
You can give me an insight. Yeah,
Just a wisdom
got it.
saving throw.
wisdom saving throw.
19.
Oh, hey!
So, I
Okay.
mean, you're obviously a very wise individual, Ness. You know how to keep your cool, and you know when to use your rage to your advantage. That's simmering just under the surface. You have that feeling of, she did not just do this to these kids. And I would say that you have that simmering under the surface, I'm going to murder you voice now if you make the wrong move with the next step you take. So you're that. You're
just
that
gonna
incredibly deadly voice.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
incredibly
start
deadly, up
teaching.
6 octaves.
I am just going to teach the kids Three Dragon Ante.
Mm.
not blinking at all. Just
Yeah, it's totally
Morris.
fine. This
Okay,
person
not
is
Lepus.
fine.
Fine.
Explain.
As I was telling your friend, the idea you have to move the whole city up is stupid. Impossible.
Shoot.
It is
No, don't.
wait.
something that many have tried and many have failed.
Thamaris,
instead-
what are you referencing specifically?
When we had 3 and then there were 2?
There are still 3.
Oh.
The soul coin.
Oh.
Oh, and like that is the point where like Thulmars gets really upset. So you have the power of resurrection, just handily.
And then you put the ace down, and that's worth 12 points, children.
I mean,
Many have attempted to do what you are trying to do, and many have failed.
Yes,
So there
many
are-
have failed, but then again,
Some of
many don't have our knowledge.
I'm just going to say that a couple of us just had to be resurrected not that long ago, so maybe having somebody else who can help with resurrection isn't bad.
No true resurrection.
I'm gonna
Venture.
We also just
Points, not resurrection.
we also arrived at a castle or a mansion that just fell from the sky, so we might be a little bit different.
I'm gonna turn to Whistle and try and jog the memory of my persona of what was lovingly called the Angel of Death in Elter.
Lovingly.
I'm gonna try and jog that memory so I am not the only one defending what I'm doing. So
Well,
I'm gonna,
Wistel's kind of in the middle of the two groups right now because
but
I'm just
you're
like,
the
wait
only
a
one
minute,
who's kind of
hold
known
on,
me.
hold on.
So
hold
I'm
on.
going to try my best to jog his memory of
Valen
I
might know
was
who they are,
sculpture.
right?
Yeah,
Valen
Valen
might have
should
heard
probably
too.
roll.
So give me a history.
But I don't
Valen
know
know
Valen.
more.
I don't know who the fuck that man
Actually,
is.
Thilmaris,
No.
you have some fragmented memories that might surface too. So I want all three of you to roll history for me.
It's not for you,
Sure.
Anna. It's for the story.
That's a 1 from Valen.
Oh,
I
never
think
mind.
Valen's
It was
just a
also to
little-
help you maybe go, oh, no, maybe we're not
Nope.
all attacked.
I'm a little upset.
Am
you
I?
know,
Do I
like,
get
I'm in my
advantage
old
because
place with
Venture's
George,
trying
you
to
did-
awaken
Seeing
me?
like a
Yeah, I'll give you
moldy,
advantage.
like pastry puff, and you're just like wistfully thinking of the
Darian.
last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Whistle. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, 20 from
Do I just have
Estelle?
like the moment where my eyes go white and there's like a
Oh yeah, you remember what she was
That's a
known
Raven.
for. So why don't you describe what your actual job was?
Yeah. So Venture was a death doula. Venture was called in when people were about to pass or on the battlefield or wherever someone was actively dying to move them from this plane to the other without pain or fear or sadness. She was able to harness a life force and an energy and use it for one final good thing for that person before allowing them to make their way safely to the other side. She was kind of there's two schools. She's either very scary to you because she comes only when death is about to occur, or she brings a lot of like calm and joy because you are certain you are going to move on painless and okay, and allow yourself to do one final good act, as opposed to if you just died without anyone there, you just died without anyone there, and it was kind of tragic. So that is what she did for many, many years of her life, is she has the ability to stand between both planes and harness energy from the mortal realm and move it to the not so mortal realm.
So you're like a less friendly Terry Pratchett death.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to like, as this is like, I guess, spawning in my head again, I'm just gonna like do like the Chris Platt between the two, like, hey. Okay, everyone, just remain calm before anything bad happens. Look, I'll try to explain some of this, okay? Venture here is known in El Torel, kind of a folk figure, if you will. They are they help usher dying souls kind of into the beyond after kind of having one last final act upon this mortal coil before anything. I'm not saying I condone what happened. I'm just saying that, generally speaking, in El Terrell, they had a relatively benevolent opinion in the city for what they did, for better or for worse. They're kind of like the positive version of like an angel of death, sort of. But probably the person that's dying, maybe it's comfort to them, but the people around them, maybe not. But anyway, that's besides the point.
The one's head exploded.
I'm gonna turn to Ness and in Thieves' Cant, so like they're gonna have a really long conversation that makes no sense. But it's gonna say to Ness,
Wistel is
shoot them
Wistel is
now
still
or later?
rambling.
Ellie,
Wistel is still trying to like, hey.
Hold
but
on,
it's-
Brian. What? I'm sorry. What did you say to me? Sorry.
Well,
Mark.
we'll just Thule will say to Ness, do we shoot the changeling now or later?
I mean, I'd like to do it right now, but I'd like to do it too much. So maybe later.
Later then.
Also,
Well-
children.
I need you to roll either a religion or an arcana check for me, whichever's higher for you. And I'll give
I've
this
also-
to you with advantage.
Ooh,
Oh.
Nat 20, don't need it.
back to back. Have
To
a
get double nat 20s.
Tholmaris, you have a memory as Elian in the past, holding a coin that was gifted to you by your partner at the time, before Valerian had revealed his true colors, indicating to you the depth of power. Looking at the thing in your hand, he goes, "This is a secondary chance for some. It is a measure of wealth for others. It is an object of power. It is a person in purest form. Devils deal in these coins. They use them as currency in the beyond, of course, and they can power many of our rituals. However, they also give us a unique opportunity. Those mortals we deem more worthy, if they are in a position where we want to save them and they have been trapped in the beyond, we can escape them this way rather than having them succumb to their own fates, to their own whims, to their own contracts. Death is an escape from a contract, and holding on to the soul of the individual who is deceased now gives them a unique opportunity where those with the correct levels of power and capability can return them to life outside of and away from the contracts they had signed in life. This is but one measure of escape from a devil's contracts and a devil's bargains." And then we come back to the present.
As it happens, just like talking with Ness, they're pretty beat up, but Ness, you just kind of see like a bit of blood appear at their noses as a memory just like happens and wipes that away. There's more pressing matters right now. It is not impossible to get back.
While Thamaris and Ness are doing this, I'm going to go over to the kids and start playing music on the panpipe of Whispering Winds to just keep them chill and maybe block out some of the sound of all of this talking
There's-
about Ness.
This
So-
we're talking in thieves' can't, so they can't understand what we're saying.
fine.
But it's
I
still,
would say-
the background music is nice.
I would say the music that you play, and with the exhaustion that these children have gone through, I mean, they're living a hard life right now. They just had horrible, painful things happen to them. Fear rushing through the city. They hit the ground, not actually hit the ground. They lay down upon the floor in the bakery, and they cuddle up against one another. And it's not cold, it's very warm here. And the two of them, with the music playing, immediately go to sleep.
Good job.
I understand that my methods are probably foreign to all of you, but the only chance we have of saving anyone is through these coins. You can't bring the city back. You can't. So if you want someone to have a chance at another life outside of getting fucking killed by demons, I put them in coins, I take them back up.
Tholmaris.
She was going to die, no matter
She
what.
was not going to die. Just
If she
come in here
escaped, she
and
was
you're
going
like,
to get
people
gutted.
don't do the thing like because it hasn't
Hey.
been done. It can't. No, you let me
Hey.
talk. You let her do the talking. You let me talk too. Wisdom. I will poke you somewhere where it will hurt. You don't
Yeah.
come in and orphan people and then claim to be good people at the same time calling a bunch of people who are coming in to actually save people stupid for trying to do a thing that you couldn't do doesn't mean that we can't do it. Have you tried to do it?
Yes. Yes.
Give me an
Okay,
insight check.
then
Ness.
who's stupid now?
Give me an insight check, Ness, on
She
that.
said,
I am triggered. I am sorry. It's hitting me right in
Please.
the orphan.
Muffin.
All right. I just want to make sure Anna knows that I love Anna. I hate her character right now. Okay.
That's a great
Right in
phrase.
the orphan.
It's hitting me
Oh.
right in the orphan.
Can
It's
that be a
hitting me
t-shirt,
right in
please?
the
I need that on a
merch.
t-shirt. It's hitting me right in the orphan, please.
24.
Venture.
Yeah.
Who hurt you?
Who hurt me? Or who
Yeah.
hurt her?
Who hurt you?
Me?
Your
Everyone.
character is
Who hasn't
obviously
hurt me?
your character is obviously incredibly jaded to the idea of saving people
Yeah.
from this city. Or that
Yeah.
it's impossible. The only way that it can be accomplished is your way.
Yeah.
What happened?
I've been around death my whole fucking life. That's what's happened.
So is the rest of us. Come on, we
I
kill
have
people.
had this gift since I was a child. Like, it is a bloodline thing. It is a sorcerer thing. So it has been a curse in her life since she was a wee bab. And when you don't know how to handle the power of moving people to the other side, you move them to the wrong places sometimes. And you move them to hell sometimes, especially when you're young and you don't know how the world works or how your powers work. Not you, Google! My phone just decided to pick up everything I was saying. Anyway, she has tried to get people back many times, especially people she has mistakenly put here when she was younger. Because again, she didn't know what she was doing or how to do it, and no one has the let me teach you how to move a soul from the life to the death, because she, to her knowledge, is the only person who knows how to do this. So it's not like she had Kumon classes about this. So she has tried to get people back. She's tried very hard to get people back. People she has loved back. And she knows the only way she has ever gotten someone back is with soul coins. She knows the only time there has ever been any modicum of success is the theory of soul coins. She hasn't been to hell other than this. She has not been to hell outside of having been dropped there from the sky. So she knew about soul coins, she knew what they could do, she knows they're super fucking dangerous, but that also means they can be super fucking powerful. So if she can just claw her way out of hell with soul coins, that is the only time she thinks it is capable of getting another soul out. The idea of pulling the whole city out is wild to her, because she's never been able to do anything similar.
So, Ness, you immediately recognize that Venture is a bit jaded in her approach to the way things have been done, because she's never found an alternative. But she also is so jaded that she hasn't tried enough, if that makes sense, since she's been here.
Also, one person.
Hmm.
One person with two soul coins.
Let me ask you, how will you get her out of this coin once we get to the surface?
There are multiple different ways to get someone out of a soul coin. Some ways more damaging than others, so preferably not that. The goal would be to find a body up and take the soul from the coin, put it into the body, allowing a new life.
That's the easiest
So
way.
it would be the soul of the person, but in a different body.
But
Yes.
what happens to the soul that was in the body?
You would find someone who has just recently moved on. I moved them on. I then put the soul back in the body when they are.
So you're putting the
They
soul in a
hadn't-
dead body? You're making a zombie?
But
Not
then the other
necessarily.
soul that
Because
moved
they're still
on,
alive.
isn't that
Would
just
be moving on
trading?
because you rightfully had to. The people I am saving here are ones who have fallen, who should not have been here.
So you have to find somebody who naturally recently died?
Easy.
Naturally?
Easy.
Easy? I mean, I
It would
don't...
work very easy.
Lots of
And
people
I
die
just-
naturally.
I mean,
all the
I'd
time.
kill lots of people, but not that naturally deserve to die. Well, I mean, deserve, but that could be arguable, I suppose.
So I just want to point out, our whole purpose was to bring Elturel back. We have to. There is no... We absolutely have to.
May I interject? Valen, you've already stabbed me once.
Not of my own volition.
Do
It
it
doesn't
again.
matter. You already stabbed me once.
Is this really the time to... Oh, you're building up to something. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Didn't I stab two people?
Yes.
Yeah.
You stabbed.
Not helping
No, me too.
yourself, Valen.
Really?
It was three
Just
people.
trying to remember-
Actually. You attacked
Oh.
3 people and you took them all down, but it's fine.
No, it's not.
Valen in this moment is literally going to pull that shield out that is bound to me and look at both of you, all 3 of you, and say, do yourself a favor and detect magic if you must. But there is something in this shield. And it's now bound to me, which is the reason why that happened.
Then
And I would never do that.
Can we
as
see
you
the evil
see
symbol
him
on it?
bring that
Yeah,
shield
we saw
forward
the symbol
and
change.
hold it, You get the sensation of a soul coin coming from the shield, only in much grander fashion. Something as powerful as any demon or devil you've ever witnessed is inside of that shield. Something that may even be approaching God status.
I can technically cast something on it to try to figure out
No,
what the
no,
shield is.
Don't do it. Don't.
I'm putting it out
Touch it.
there. It's just something I can do.
I'm gonna like turn to Valen, who I've not really talked too much, and go, "Where the fuck did you get that?"
I think that we should actually finish talking about you first because you seem to think we're all fucking stupid. So how about we finish with your bullshit and then we'll move on to the next one. Thol, did you have a point about him stabbing you?
Yes. I was the one who created the theory of pulling, well, that got El Terrell into hell.
So
Wait, what?
at that moment, your mind flicks back once more.
Mm.
You had a nat 20 before, so I'm going to give this to you for free.
Ooh.
The
Bogo.
chains around the city are more than a physical aspect, they're also a metaphysical one. When the people of Elturel have lost their will far enough and have sunken far enough into sin, they will end up in the river. And as soon as they enter the river, they will all be lost and become devils themselves. This situation with the city floating above the ground in hell, they don't need an army to take it down. The devils and the demons down below fighting over whatever it is that they're fighting for, and the ones that are somehow coming up here and tormenting people, doesn't matter. With the way that the city was captured, all it takes is for the people here to lose hope so far that they will sink further into the river and then they will be gone. The only way to break them free is to give them hope and destroy the chains somehow.
I hate that so much. Also, I love it.
The theory, as it were, is one of desperation. I don't need to kill every single mortal of El Terrell to claim their soul. I simply need them to engage in sin enough and on a grand enough scale that they turn themselves into devils, into lemurs, by descending into the river of their own volition. And being in hell is certainly a desperate enough situation for that.
You also recognize that the city's been here 2 weeks. How many stores do you think they still have of food as you look around the bakery and see all the molding materials around them? How much more water do they have? How much of that is going to become a fight amongst themselves to survive? With the demons tormenting them on occasion, with devils coming in here and attacking people on the streets, when do bargains start being made?
There's very little time left to save the soul of a city, of this city. So, if we were to, however, give them certainly enough hope, enough reason to believe in the angels of their better natures, we could ascend this city back to the material plane.
And he's the pessimist.
But he's also the reason why Darian's here to begin with.
I created the theory of it. I didn't realize it was supposed to be made for the entire city. Well, Elian didn't realize it was supposed to be made for the entire city.
Valen, calm down. I'm sorry to say it that way, but Thalmaris is paid for any mistakes that he's made.
Well, it seems as though we're even, Fulmaris.
You did stab me.
Unwillingly
Look.
yet again.
Everyone besides Willamie here is probably a bunch of bastards, okay? Can we all agree that we're all a bunch of shits? We're all
Valen's
in
a very
hell
decent
together
person.
now. He stabbed you. I was lumping that all together.
Yes, obviously.
He's also carrying a shield that definitely has a god in it.
Regardless, we're all here
Give it to
together
that
now.
god.
I
We're
told
here
you
together
something's
now.
in the shield.
Mm-hmm.
Something bad.
We're here together now. Let's just figure this shit out, okay? Step one, let's not die, right? None of us want to be here. We don't want to end up as other devils, even though some of us probably would look great as other devils, but it's fine. But anyway, we just need to figure out a way to, number one, not die. Number two, maybe bring the city back up and figure our way out of here. Let's just take this a step at a time. If we need to hash shit out now so that we can progress onto steps 1 and 2, let's get it out now, right? Just don't burn the place down around us. We're trying to keep our cool. We're trying to stay low. And then can we all agree to at least swallow some of this so that we can move on?
That's not how you process things with stealth. Swallowing is not a good thing.
I
I
get
mean,
paid extra
in most
for it.
cases,
I get paid extra for swallowing.
I tried
but
to hold a
anyways,
straight.
there's a reason you get paid extra for it.
I tried to keep a straight face. Look, I'm not trying to say we need to completely get away from this, but we're in a situation right now. Whatever needs to happen right now so that we can advance, let's do that. That's all I'm saying. Let's just take care of this now.
we need a stable shelter, and
I would really like a nap.
is
So,
there a
like,
church
It's going to
nearby?
be something stable.
So from where you're at, there isn't a church
not a
on
church?
this side.
Yeah.
There's two
Probably the
churches
first
you're
thing to
aware
burn.
of. There's Tormshaven over on the west side of the city near the Grand Cemetery, and there's the High Hall itself, which was a religious structure as well as the seat of power for the city. You believe if there are any factions that are still having some semblance of governance or support, the High Hall might be it. Elian, you are reticent to head all the way to Torm's Hall because your father runs that place.
Oh no! The High Hall. The High Hall is where we should head. We
Do
can
I know
drop.
who runs the High Hall?
Yeah, Thavius Krieg, the High Overseer, the guy you
Mm.
saw leave the house and have devils just
No.
ignore him.
Yeah, we should probably not do that.
The only other thing you know is that there are rumors that Older Ravengard, the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate, was visiting at the High Hall, and people are talking about how he's either working with or against, or there's some sort of
Feels against.
non-meshing situation happening between Grand Duke Older Ravengard and the other leadership of the city. And he is said to have headed out towards the graveyard to the west on some sort of mission.
My suggestion would be that you sleep here. It is unknown. Before you go onto the streets and get immediately murdered.
I like
Not
the idea
you
of being
being a
murdered
hell
again.
scene. It's a hell scene.
What?
You go outside and you get fucking murdered.
Look. If we have just one night, we could always
do the
sleep in my
murdering?
bottle. My bottle could be used in a hideaway spot, and we can guarantee a night's sleep. I need a night before we can do that.
So,
do we
Venture, you are aware if they are going to try to travel towards the High Hall or towards the graveyard or wherever it is they're going to go, the west side requires you to cross Torm's Blade or Torm's Reach, which are two large magically ensorcelled bridges that are actually supported by holy magic. But they are both guarded by devils who have taken those positions to try to cut off each side of the city from the other.
So we're on the
Go on
east
the
side,
top.
yes?
You're on the east side, and the
Correct.
west side is where the High Hall is.
And you have
West
to get
side?
over the
Anyways,
bridge. I'm going to
Yeah.
say again, not out of incompetence of you, but you all look like you've had
a rough 24 hours, yes.
That's
and
not
if you
incorrect.
want to fight several demons who covers a bridge, you can, but I would suggest sleeping here before you try.
Xander can be the first watch, and then I can take second.
I could also, call a steed to be on the lookout as well.
I could also cast my familiar. I could to basically keep a watch outside.
Tyson,
Mm-hmm.
if everyone here was to touch the shield, would the shield do give?
I don't want to touch your shield.
I know. Okay, but I'm just wanting people to understand what I had to go through, and/or know what's happening with it.
No, if we touch the shield, then we get possessed also, and
Yeah.
Is that
has
true?
So here's the thing, too. We did see it turn all shapoopy, and then you kill things. I don't think it's that, or I saw it, so it's not that we don't know what happened.
Anyone else recognize the symbol on the shield?
Didn't you roll
I
on
can
that?
do identify, and I can figure lots of stuff out.
It's a really ugly demon face. That's all Willamy knows.
It's
I can
nasty.
also give people the soul coin because it's that at a much less intense feeling. When you have a soul coin, you feel the soul inside of it.
Don't need to do is I'm gonna start making comfortable places because I'm angry.
Nesting.
Angry
Yeah.
bed making.
Yeah.
Angry
Like grabbing like
nesting for
flour
sure.
sacks and pulling
Angry
them.
nesting.
Stupid.
Ty, I'm
Stupid.
gonna.
I kill people all the time. Angel of Death with my fucking middle name.
I'm gonna start ritually casting find familiar, but it's gonna take me an hour. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna start that process.
I'm gonna also
what
do
are
find
you-
steed.
Okay, let me know what you are all summoning.
I'm just gonna summon my owl again.
Al. Okay.
But yeah, that'll take an hour and 10 minutes.
Venture, I assume, is well rested and can stay up. Not that anyone would trust Venture to stay up.
Yeah, will you be our
Venture
watch?
doesn't
Yeah,
have
Strange
to.
person that murdered a
Good.
Well, I'm gonna stay up and talk to anyone
I-
else who wants to talk to me if they stay up because
Okay.
I am rested.
I'm good with you, but that's just.
Yeah, we're homies. You know who I am.
With-
We're good.
But with Stell's also didn't see lots of stuff. But yeah, but Stell's an
I'm-
interesting character. But yes.
I'm gonna summon my very large dire wolf.
Okay,
Puppy.
so it takes you 10 minutes, and then what does your direwolf look like? Is it a celestial? Is it a fiend? Or is it a whatever the last one is?
Hey,
Faye.
Fae, yeah.
Pain, yeah.
What would be really beneficial where we're at right now?
Well,
Celestial.
I mean, celestial would be beneficial, but also stand out like a sore thumb pretty quickly and
Yeah.
easily. Although, then again, if you're trying to inspire hope in people, bringing heaven to hell is one way to do it.
You are a
Celestial it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at the moment, we're in hiding, and maybe we could do that when there's people around we need to bring hope to.
yeah.
Well,
instead of-
his steed will stay with him until it either dies or he unsummons it.
Right.
And I'd imagine it probably could be in the space that we're at. It's
Yeah,
not
it's-
that large,
It's
but
about
it's
the
large
size of a
enough.
horse. So
Yeah.
it is a wolf the size of a horse with
You can fit a
golden
horse in the
fur
house.
and glowing yellow eyes. So just,
Kids, don't fit a horse in your house at home.
you see like sparkles go
But you can.
everywhere, and golden light
Stop it.
fills the room.
Fun
There's
fact,
actually
I've had that
something
happen.
Don't try this at home.
as the
Exactly.
wolf appears. There is something more comforting about it being nearby than otherwise would have been in the room. And it looks over at you, Valen, and you see this massive beast as it just kind of bows to you with going down to one knee, and then it comes up and licks your face.
I'll rub its little wolf jowls.
Jowls, yeah.
Jowls. Perfect.
Whistle,
Um,
a new owl appears before you. This one with reddened feathers and kind of an angry-looking visage, and it just plops onto your shoulder after you're done, and then it just like preens
That's
itself somewhat. You're not
that's
gonna get
about
me
right.
killed like the other one, are you?
No promises?
Fuck.
I'll try my best.
You know what?
Hey, look. I don't want to be here as much as you do either, but, well, look, we'll help each other out, okay?
It's fine. All right.
Okay.
So everybody goes to take a rest. I do believe that that's what's happening right now. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Valen and I only need. Oh wait, Valen, Willamy, and I only need 4 hours, and then we can take over the watch and like unsummon our animals.
Correct.
I'm gonna keep mine. I'll probably keep mine.
I'll unsummon Sanda until I can free summon her the next day.
Well, the
Yes,
hard part with
okay.
mine is it takes two, so I can't have mine out for combat. You summon yours quickly.
Yes.
Mine takes time, so
Yes.
having mine ready to go is better.
Yeah, makes sense.
So those need to be off of there real quick. Let's take them off.
I also can summon a reef shark. So
A reef shark.
Oh,
Yeah.
That might not be the best thing
Let's bring a reef shark to hell. Yeah, reef shark, you splash. That's it.
So-
could we use it for food? Like,
No, I'm gonna use here for food.
The party has taken a long rest, and your
Yeah.
effects have been taken care of for that. Don't have anything on there, right? No.
we did it.
Right.
Yay!
I think that at like when waking up for the second watch, Thulmaris will just kind of say in Elvish. So yes, Willoughby, you'll be able to. I believe Willoughby, you should be able to speak Elvish. We'll say to Valen, it is better to get it out of the way now. What do you want to say?
Why did you create this thing for people to come down here? Like, what the purpose? What was the point?
Love?
At the expense of people?
Love
I didn't-
makes people do strange things.
I made the original ritual on a smaller scale. It was only supposed to open a pathway as a means of experimentation.
Elian comes to mind once more.
Hmm.
You remember speaking to Valerian. Remember asking him something. Someone else. Their visage kind of overshadows Valerian's for a second. There was a question. There was a reason. There was another reason. There was another reason that you learned how to do this and you can't remember it. But unlike the other memories that you have, someone else... It's like someone else reached into your head and removed what that reason was.
And at that moment, I think Thulmaris stands up and like looks around like he's lost something.
What did you drop? I can help you find it.
I'm supposed to be here.
I don't think anybody's supposed to be here.
No. It was for love. That's why I opened the portal, but I did it. I don't remember. Valerian talked about this idea of a pathway to hell, and it seemed perfect for a reason, a very good reason that I was supposed to be here. And now I'm here, and I don't know why I should be here.
There's the face. A face is missing. There's a silhouette in a doorway. There's someone that you've had feelings for significantly more powerfully than you can ever remember. That was Valerian, right? Was it?
A scandalo.
Valerian did a grave betrayal. He brought a devil through my portal and tried to sell me to it, and I left. Elian left. And in trying to leave, Elian broke himself into enough pieces that he can't come back anymore.
What a terrible boyfriend. You made the right decision.
Well,
But you do want to fix it, right?
no one in Elturel deserves to suffer from my mistakes.
So, question time.
Mm-hmm.
The Panpipe of Whispering Winds says that it's good for meditation.
Yeah.
Would it potentially help Thulmaris get some of those memories back?
Give me a good
Oops,
enough performance, and we'll see.
Yes, performance being used.
So you are all sitting inside this bakery and kind of resting at the moment, right? Whew, 27.
Jeez.
So you sit down, and Willoughby, tell me what this performance is supposed to evoke. What genre music would it be to begin with? And what is it? What are you trying to do with it? And everybody in the room that's hearing this is going to be affected by this in some way.
I think she sees Thulmaris looking for something that is lost, and after listening to him, understands that it's a memory. It's something that is happened in the past that was perhaps a little painful at the time, but would actually help now. So she's going to play kind of a soothing song that helps everybody get through the pain and remember the good things that happened in the past.
Okay. Music begins filtering through the room, and it seems more palpable than the rest of the world around you. This horrifying place you find yourselves in, this city that is losing hope, that is now nothing more than a nightmare of its previous self. And as you are all laying about the room in various positions, wherever it is that you're located, the music makes you close your eyes. You become entranced by it. For the first time since you've known her, Wilhelmy is truly showing her capabilities as she plays this for everyone. It's magical, it's sad, it's beautiful, it's bright, all at the same time. Valen, you remember the last time that Darren brought you a tiny gift. Nothing serious. It was just... It's like a rose and one of your favorite treats. One day. Just a simple, polite, and it was just a gesture, a token of his appreciation for you and love for you. Something you'd forgotten existed. But that just comes to you in that moment. And you remember how much you love him. Ness, you see a brief moment in the past when you had scraped your knee and Atlas had come over to you, and even though he was a gruff son of a bitch, he was a bit of an angry cuss sometimes. You remember him reaching down and showing you how to bandage it, how to do it appropriately. He gave you a little bit of a sip of rum, first one you ever had, and explained that no matter how tough you are, sometimes things hurt. But that's okay. We learn lessons from the pain, and we grow stronger from it. And then, of course, he made sure you were okay. Your mind goes back further than that. You find yourself...
I'm asleep.
Yeah. You're in a dream state at the moment. You're asleep, yes, but everybody's hearing this in the enclosed space. Your mind goes back further than that in this dream. You remember waking up on the city streets. You remember Atlas coming to you, wondering what you were doing out there lost. You remember the moments slightly before that, a twisting, whirling sensation, leaves and vines and thorns. You remember you were being chased. These large, black-horned individuals wearing gaudy, noble-looking attire, trying to grab hold of you for some unknown reason. And before that, when they were chasing you, you were in a garden. You were in a place with your friends. The sky itself, greens and purples, huge plants growing over and over themselves in this spiral that was amazing, it was strange, it was beautiful. You were in the Feywilds. You know what that is now, as an adult. You didn't know what it was back then. There were a bunch of individuals tending to plants, to gardens. They were manipulating these plants. They were growing them from the ground up. They were druids. And you remember playing with dolls with a young woman, a young girl, who bore Wilhelmy's face, but much younger.
Besties!
Wilhelmy, you were drawn into that same memory with your panpipes, with your music playing. You remember seeing someone who resembled Ness as a child. She had come to your home. She had been brought there from some dark place. Your family said that she needed a home, that her family could no longer be there for her. So you would take care of her. You remember her being a friend of yours and playing, and one day monsters came and tried to kill her and kill the family, or steal her. Not sure. It wasn't good. You were hidden away, and you just knew that when you returned, your friend was gone. Venture, I don't know enough about your character right at this particular moment to know what some of the backstory might have been, but we're going to sink you into a situation where a memory of yours comes to the surface, something that helped motivate this fear that there is no hope. Can you provide that real quick? Just
Why do I not get a relaxing pan flute moment and everyone? I get a sad pan flute moment.
Mine was sad.
Everybody's remembering.
Yeah. One of the. It's really hard to be associated with death and have a lot of people fear you. It's really hard to be really young and think you're doing something really good and have people call you names and not want you anywhere near their loved ones because you mean death. Even if you meaning death means that they'll pass peacefully. It's kind of like when people will keep their family members on like life support or life-saving measures when there's really no reason to, because that doubt and that fear of losing someone they really love. So it is really hard to think just a little bit of hope will get you back, because there's a lot of times where hope has kept good people from passing on in a way that they needed to. And it really, really sucks when you're like 10 and full grown adults are calling you a monster because you mean death.
Good one. Thilmaris, as Alien, you remember a time a great deal in the past, a sunlit afternoon. You remember your angel. You remember your first love, an individual who had meant the world to you, somebody that you didn't even know that you could care about. And something happened. Something similar to what happened to Eltero. One day he was there, one day he was not. And you don't know how you've forgotten, but you know the devils were involved. And now you remember the reason you were trying to learn this magic to begin with. You think he's trapped here somewhere. But it has been so long now. Whistler, you remember where you put your house keys before you had to have them replaced? Holy shit!
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm sleeping, so it's like, son of a. Like,
of course.
As
Whistle's had bad times too, you know. It's fine.
Privilege.
And
Hey, I was
Willamy's-
sleeping in a back alley before I got my genie lamp.
That's as strong as you get. And Thilmara says you have time to kind of consider these memories that Willamy is allowing you to recover. You know that they're damaged, they're fragmented. You still can't remember his face. You still can't remember his name. But it keeps being interposed with Valerian's. And that builds a rage inside of you. You think Valerian replaced himself, replaced his position with who this once was.
so to the two awake individuals of the party,
Mm-hmm.
as you're playing, Thilmaris is kind of just like walking around, desperately trying to remember, and a spark happens. And as it does, he falls to his knees. And probably for the first time in a very long time, for him, no one would know this, but he like puts his hands together. And do either of you speak Celestial?
Um,
The doggy
on.
probably does.
I mean, the dog does.
The dog will understand.
The wolf would understand. It's under
Just
your,
like in real life.
Yeah,
your
only the
ability
dog
tab.
understands me.
So yes, Valen does.
I
speak
do.
Celestial.
I do speak Celestial.
A very heartfelt and beautiful string of words come out, almost like a poem. It is a prayer to the goddess of love for the
Can
fact
it
that
be-
he
Just want to make sure that, like, for the setting, it's to the, like, just sing it along with Willemy's flute.
Oh yeah, I think they want that. That would probably be really beautiful. Just like singing a prayer to the goddess of love, as he remembers that there was someone he was trying to save, and he'll turn to the two of you and just say, and it's weird because half of his face is just like happy at reclaiming at least a portion of this, but there's another half that is extremely angry. I opened a portal for love. But not for the love of the man I opened it for. Valerian took a memory from me. He took the face of the person I was supposed to save. And that person has been in hell for over 2 years.
But maybe you're right, and we are meant to be here.
And just
Let's-
like Darian, let's hope that we both can find him.
And he'll walk over to you, Valen, and like he did the first time, just like puts your head in his hand, your face in his hands, and he says, I will help you find your love.
And
I
in
hope
that moment, I'm also going to like take out my rapier. I'm going to strike it into the ground. I'm going to kneel and hold my hand to my chest and look at both of you and say, I'm so sorry for nearly killing you both. You are all so dear to me. And I promise, with everything within me, I will lose the shield and I will protect you all.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, please, Valen.
Oh shit.
The shield will remember this.
The shield.
Exactly.
All this kumbaya happening while we're sleeping, we're not going to understand why there's a love
I
thing.
know. I'm gonna wake up and be like, why is everyone so close?
That
Why
is a
hugging?
13. The shield states, "You know not what you say. I am your only way out of this. I will prove this to you with time. But in that time, you will suffer."
Oh, get out of like,
Does it only happen in his head?
Only in his head. You see his eyes turn into a little bit of like, they squint with rage as he makes his vow to you, slightly tainted
Stop.
by anger.
Are you all right?
the shield speaks to me as if it has a will of its own.
Have you asked its name?
Have I?
No, you
Do
have
I
not.
know?
You overheard
Can I-
a little bit when Valerian mentioned it before, but when Thilmaris asks it what its name was, the shield just tells you, "I am Gargoth, hidden lord of Avernus."
Don't let him out.
It's fine.
He's
Can you
home
say that to
now.
us?
Am I able to relay that information without
Sure.
shit happening?
Go for it. You can say it.
I don't remember what you said, so words.
Gargoth.
Gargoth, Lord of Avernus.
Gargoth,
Does
the hidden
that name mean
asshole
anything to me?
of
Give me
Avernus.
a history or religion check, whichever's better.
Can I
for you.
also make one? 'Cause
Absolutely.
Damn
Venture's been up and just watching all of this shit
I'm doing it
happen.
as well.
Okay.
You said what? Religion or
religion
history?
or
Is that what you said?
history?
They
I'm
both
rolling
suck.
like crap
Same.
today.
There's an 8. There's a 13. There's a 1.
No.
I mean, you do
That just
have.
ain't-
You do still have
You're
an
distracted.
inspiration, Thilmaris, if you want to use it.
I'll use the inspiration. Hopefully this
Oh,
works
17.
for me.
17. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And a
Ooh,
23. All right. One's a history, one's a religion check. So I'll go from both of those angles. Venture. The name Gargoth coming out. You knew that that name was worshipped as a lesser deity by individuals who were cultists of the Hells. not particularly of Avernus, but rather just those that followed Asmodeus, the ruler of all of the hells. His worship was rather big a long time ago. There happened to be entire cities that were devoted to him. Those have long since fallen. That's what you know. With that re-roll that you have, and with your knowledge of demons in the past, Thalmaris, it comes to mind that Gargoth was the right hand of Asmodeus. He was someone who was trying to usurp the god of all 9 hells at one point or another, and lost favor. He was cast down and thought destroyed. He is not destroyed, he is trapped in a shield.
I will turn to my friends and just say, the old, and I do mean old, right hand of Asmodeus, and points at the shield, is in our company.
And I had inside of your head, Valen, the shield states, and I was so close to finishing my lord's requests for me. I only needed 3 more cities, and I would return.
And you just see Valen's head. He just like grabs it because he's just wrenching from hearing this voice, and he's angry, right? So he's like, "Oh fuck," you know, this asshole.
Inside of your head, Gargoth responds once more. You are all too weak to take on this mission you seek. I can tell you what needs to be done, if you but ask.
And so, can I speak to him in my head without talking?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to tell him he's a last resort that we'll probably never use, so fuck off.
The shield gets hotter against your arm, but you can't let go of it until the point where it's uncomfortable.
Well, fuck that. I can handle it.
Okay. The rest of the evening, does everybody rest, or is there anything else anybody wants to have a scene for before we do finish that up for the day?
Yeah, I've been sleeping the whole time.
Willamy is going to find some straw and start making straw dolls like she had as a child. One for Ness and one for each of the kids.
Okay. So you make some straw dolls.
The sleeping near the children, by the way, while I
And Wistel doesn't trust people, so Wistel's probably sleeping in between the 2 camps, aka the Venture Island and everyone else.
Venture Island?
Venture Island.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah, you might be awake,
I
but there's a
wanna
freaking
do
like a
something
gem
too.
dragonborn
Okay.
curled up at your feet, just like. Yeah.
Did we establish? I didn't catch it. If we did, did we establish like a sleep schedule? Is there going to be two different watches?
It was the watch of the familiars and the animal companions, and then the watch of the elves.
Okay.
And I've been up the whole time because I have had a rest before this situation, so I don't need to.
Yes. Valen,
I'm humaning.
just sleep it off. Yeah.
Look at me, I'm level 7.
So,
All right, Valen. What did you want to do?
I still have the amulet of Sylvanas on me, right?
Mhm.
Is there a way for me to, have it wrapped and tightened around the hilt of my rapier?
Yeah. So you could unclasp it, and then you could just tie it around the rapier itself. Give it kind of like a charm.
Because I'm feeling at this point, like, here I have this, like, evil shield, and I want the other thing that represents something good to me be kind of that, like, good and evil
Balance.
sort of, like, balance.
Yeah. Okay. So
In hopes that Sylvanas will be an amazing god and do good things with the rapier.
Pretty sure he's true neutral.
He is.
We'll see.
All right,
He
so
saved
you-
us once before.
Yeah, but then he told you to go get this fucking shield that's Gargoth
He
too.
never told-
Good
But
point.
I'm an
Never told you to
atheist,
get a
in a
shield.
world full of gods.
He told
so
me to
good.
go find the shield. He didn't tell me what to do with it. So in his defense, I made a poor decision. Anyway.
You
So
you have been in too many toxic relationships, Phelan, if
late,
you accept
yes.
that.
So in the
I don't mean
early morning, as the companions, as all of your summoned pets are kind of watching over people as you have chosen to rest for that last few hours that the elves need as well. Ness, you awaken. Your passive perception is the highest in the entire group. You hear someone, like a boot scuff, near the doorway to the entrance to the bakery.
Am I near Tholmaris or Valen?
Yeah, they're laying on the ground, sleeping pretty soundly nearby.
I don't sleep.
You
Yeah, I thought
you are meditating as an elf, yes.
Yeah.
It still counts as resting.
Right.
Sure, but I'm
The
still
two of them are
there,
sitting there
right?
with their eyes closed, and they're just.
Is there anyone who's closest to me?
I would say Thelmaris is closer to than Valen at the moment.
Okay, I'm gonna grab Tholmaris's arm.
As you move over
And
to
in
grab
a-
Thelmaris, you hear a small voice just say, "Shh, just you and I, please."
I'm listening, but I'm also still, I'm like not touching Tholmaris, but like that close to their arm.
I'm not touching you.
I'm not touching
So
you.
you're close to them, and you look over, and there's a figure
Just, it's
standing.
basically like I am not trusting this, and I'm gonna wake my buddy up if you fuck around, but I'm giving you half a second.
You look over to the doorway, and there's a figure standing there, swaddled in black cloth, draped over his face somewhat. He's got one arm exposed, red skin that's been scarred, torn, burned. It's pretty mangled and messed up. And as he stands over in the doorframe, he just kind of leans against it, holding his arm against his side, and says, "I have tried to speak to some of the others at times. I was hoping I would have more of a voice of reason to communicate with here. I hope that you can provide me that."
It's not my forte, but I'll try.
I will be upfront with you because I feel like I should not hide any truths if we are to work together in some way. I am.
Is he telling the truth? I'm
give
looking.
Give me
I'm
an insight
inciting.
check. Yeah, you can give me an insight check.
Ear for deceit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. 20,
Don't need it.
25.
Yeah.
Excellent. The figure in the doorway is telling the truth.
Plus 11.
He seems to want to speak with you plainly.
Proceed. Is this person like recognizable? Like, do I have any fucking clue
He's kind of hiding
what or who this is?
hiding his face somewhat, but no, it doesn't. He's not familiar. I mean, he's a bit
Okay.
burned up and whatnot. He says, "I am a devil.
Ah.
My name is Bell. I used to rule Avernus a great deal of time ago until it was taken from me. It was stripped from my position, from my rank, from all valor and glory I might have, by an upstart, an angel who came here, and Asmodeus accepted that as a trophy of his own, thinking that it was some grand achievement to drop an angel from the heavens and force him into becoming a general of his. Your allies are unique. All of you seem very capable. You have many forces that are on your side, working towards achieving some rather large goals, lofty, if
Does like a
anything's
silent boom and like at
adventure.
Venture.
And he goes, "I was pleasantly surprised by your capability of overcoming the threats in Baldur's Gate, and at overcoming Valerian not once but twice. It made me so happy to see his face."
You like that with the dagger? And I did the
That
misty
was-
step.
It was exceptional. Great
Yeah, that was
skills took him by surprise. The cut upon his cheek. Ah, I digress. I wish to aid you and your friends. Ultimately, my only deal would be you drive out the Queen of Avernus, you defeat Zariel, or you push her aside in some way that I can rise again, and I will help you in all ways that I can to travel this land. I can start with
Bell?
one free gift. The chains that surround this city can only be broken by a celestial force, and Zariel has thrown aside her sword. All you have to do is find it, and these chains will fall to you. But you will need to provide the city hope if it is to succeed. I don't know how you mortals do that. I'm
Hope?
sorry. Yes. I think it seems a foolish thing, but it oftentimes is vexing to one such as myself because it gets in the way of some plans. Still, you figure out the hope, and I will find the sword and direct you to it if you agree to work with me.
What if there is a situation in which we are unable to dethrone or defeat Zariel?
Well, then any gifts and benefits of our arrangement will be off, and you may find me an enemy.
How's the insight going on this there? Like, this is a devil.
It is. He definitely
The devil
seems to be
is...
telling you the truth.
Okay. So, we make a deal, devil.
Mm-hmm.
You help us find Zariel's sword, which can smash the chains. We find hope. We get rid of the bitch. And we're good.
That's the arrangement.
And this is a bargain you're entering with just me.
I would hope that all of your friends would agree as well, but I will
I'm
accept.
not going to ask them to put their blood on a parchment for you, devil.
I will accept this arrangement with you and I.
Fuck it. I've made deals with worse.
He raises one hand, and you can see it's seriously damaged. He's missing 2 fingers on one hand, so he's only got the 3. And he puts his hand forward and says, "Shake on it."
I've shaken worse hands, actually.
As he grabs hold of your palm, you notice a blazing rune like appear on the backside of your hand, and on the backside of his.
Am I a warlock now?
A little bit of pain occurs, and then
Oh.
he pulls his hand back and goes, "There it is. If you need to speak with me, hold your wrist and the back of your hand, and just call my name, and we can talk over distance."
Okie dokie. I'm going to put my glove back on. So that's not showing. Bell or Bale?
Bell. B-E-L.
Okay, that's better than Bale. I was just...
And
Right.
then he bows to you. "You have made a great decision. I look forward to us dealing with all of this mess." He
Yep.
nods to you. "You may rest, and you can continue in peace in this location. I will make sure no devils disturb you. Thank you." He turns and he just walks out of the entryway and back into the city.
Thol.
You are muted, Thol.
Yeah, yes, dear. Yes. What is it, dear?
So, don't tell anyone else, but I may have just made a deal with the devil. I did just make a deal with the devil.
We've been here like 2 hours, and they already are knocking on your door.
I work very quickly.
I can't be mad at you. You are a good-looking individual. I understand why they came.
Stop it. That's... But, okay, so hope, we have to bring hope, and then we have to go get Zariel's sword, which she's apparently thrown away, and Bell, the devil, can help us find it, and then we can use that, because it's celestial, to smash the chains, and we also have to give the people hope, and we have to then rub it in Venture's fucking stupid face. It's part of the deal. I don't know why.
Oh, well, I mean, if it's part of the deal, I don't want your soul to be, found in contention with the powers of hell. Obviously, we will have to do so.
Absolutely. So, yeah, that's a thing that happens. So when everybody wakes up and we go, I guess we go find the sword first.
Well,
Yeah.
first wouldn't be the
well-
right.
What do we do first?
Let's maybe figure out where the sword might be while also kind of rallying this side so that we can get enough people to help us cross onto the other side.
The rallying thing, that's the first, because Belle went off to go find the sword.
Oh,
Or its
wonderful.
location, not bring it, which would be way more helpful, but I guess it's celestial. And
He probably couldn't even touch it. To be fair,
Right.
metagaming, of course, but
should
Phil
we maybe?
Morris, give me a
Yes?
religion check real quick.
I would love to.
Oh,
yes.
Ooh.
Bell was the Archduke of Hell before Zariel. He also is one of the finest demonic crafters that exists in Hell. And as you look down, next to where Ness's bedspread is, you
Mhm.
notice that there is a black leather wrapped dagger now laying next to her bed.
I'm gonna point at it because I don't want to touch it. Is that one of yours?
No.
I think it might be now.
Just so
Ooh.
you know, you made a deal with one of the big boys. Well, former big boys.
Elmaris,
Mhm.
Elian is back in your head one more time.
So, well, I was actually going to say real quick, which may lead into what you're about to say. He also is not a friend of Valerian and has been watching us, I think, because complimented on the stabby stuff.
Mm.
Valerian was summoning Bel to the mortal realm with the ritual you were involved in. The demon who has scarred your face was the person that spoke to Ness last night, or this morning.
And Ness, you just watch as Thilmaris's nails start to chip as he drags them into the ground.
I would love an opportunity to talk with them the next time they make themselves known to you.
Mm-hmm. You seem fine.
and
Just like pulls down pulls up their shirt and just says, they have a lot to answer for.
all the scars that you see across him.
He's only got 3 fingers left.
You know at this point, too, that the ritual was incomplete and that Valerian captured some of Bel's essence to empower himself.
Ooh. Maybe
And
we can make a benefit.
with that, today's
Enemy of my
episode
enemy.
has come to a close.
Woo!
Thank you very much for watching, Hellriders. Hope you.
I pick up the sword before we forget about it, or the dagger.
The dagger,
just
yes.
saying.
You will have
Yeah.
you will have your Hellforged
Immediately
dagger.
cursed.
That's okay. I just made a deal with the devil.
So everybody, thank you again for watching. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. We're gonna go around the table at random. Please give us your closing thoughts on today's adventure, and then we'll see you 2 weeks from now, most likely. We're gonna start off with Marquise on the farewells today.
Twice, not Brian.
Yeah, look at
I
that.
know.
I know, for real.
I broke the curse.
Probably Anna broke it for you, since
Probably.
That's true.
Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm playing Thilmaris, and I had a great time. Big ups to Willamy for the amazing pipe playing, and also to McSherry for even coming up with that idea, because holy snap.
Mhm.
And yeah, this was so much fun, everybody. I'm so glad that everyone kind of like did cool stuff, whether it was combat or out of combat.
Mhm.
So, this is gonna be fun. We're in hell. We're here a little early, but you know what? Better early than late.
Mhm. Absolutely. Brian, your turn.
Hey, yeah, this was fun. This was generally I had a really good time with this session. I think there was a lot of fun stuff that happened, and it was like really interesting to see. In a weird way, like there's like 6 party members, and we all 6 of us took very interesting like stances and things like that throughout this entire game, which I thought was really cool. It seemed like every individual person was finally like almost like acting as themselves as opposed to a party for a session, which I thought was really, really interesting to see everyone have like weird like growths and like peeks behind the curtain and whatnot. So I thought it was really fun.
Absolutely. Gwen.
I just want to give a shout out to all the bards who've been told that they're useless.
Hey, bards are awesome.
Exactly.
They are the
I've loved
best.
Before.
Yeah.
No, this was a fun night. I think we all got to make progress, and we all got to kind of showcase what our characters can do.
All right, Ness. Shannon?
Yeah, it's good stuff. I literally said there was no fucking way I would make a deal with the devil.
Mhm.
But
and then
I
immediately
also
did.
Rogue.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
the problem
literally
is
that's
that I implicitly trust Ness's successes and insight because that's like her whole thing. So it's like, well, shit. All right. If I trust it, I guess. And also for just Sanctum Anna with Venture. Thomaris and Ness also started off very, very rough and had to journey. So it'll be fine.
Listen, Venture was not designed to immediately mesh with the party in any way, shape, or form. Nothing about when I created this character was I like, oh, they're gonna come in and everyone's gonna love them.
Well, good. You did well. Because I don't think we do.
Whistel's the only one who kind of is like, yeah, okay, I've seen worse.
Which is ironic because he's kind of the one that is the least likable in general. So
To be
I will
fair,
say
yeah, he's
charisma.
kind of. Yeah, they're a very interesting mixture of attitudes. But yeah, being forced into hell brings out the worst in them.
I thought it was best. Honestly, the amount of F-bombs you surpassed me, and I'm not mad. I'm just proud. But yeah, no, it was all good stuff. I agree with all of it. Like, there was a lot of growth in there. There was a lot. That was, like, a really good thing, McSherry, that you did with the thing, because it was an ability. Like, it like, did the little peeky thing. And, yeah. I would gush more, but I'm not. Good job.
Clint, your turn.
Yeah, I truly thought Valen finding out that Fulmaris was the main reason why that happened was going to be a lot more intense and me being way, way, way madder. But I'm actually pleasantly surprised that it happened the way it did, because I think that actually made him and I have a stronger bond. Knowing that we're dealing with a very similar thing. In fact, his is more tragic than mine is. And so I think that bolsters Valen's, heart to want to help, and especially with the whole shield thing and wanting to make right by the people that he almost killed. So,
of course. Anna, your turn.
Yeah. As someone who was always working when these sessions were going on and having no idea what the fuck I came into, it's fun. Shannon, you're one of the few people I feel comfortable enough screaming at and knowing you're not going to be upset with me, so thank you.
Same.
I was like, I raised my voice, and I know Shannon knows that I didn't do it to Shannon. But like,
Right.
yeah, one of the few people that I'm like, I know Shannon will be like, okay, that's Anna playing a character, so that was nice. It's fun to play a character that no one likes in the beginning.
Isn't it?
It's really fun. She has her reasons, and that's all that matters to her. And also, Ness can't give any more shit about that demon shield because made a legit deal with the devil. So that's real hypocritical if she gives shit about that shield anymore. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Also,
I
Whistle,
mean-
thank you for believing me. Thank you, Whistle. Thank you.
I mean, Wistel got a nat 20. I should hope that
Yeah.
they believe you.
Yeah,
even-
I mean,
Even me being a creeper in the fucking alleyway, being don't trust the demons, come to this safe house.
bro, yeah. If it was be very different if Ty was like, yeah, you have no idea who the fuck they are, I'd be like, ah!
Run away.
Get him!
But I'm very
Fuck
excited
this
to
bitch.
see
Like, no.
how these relationships change if they do. I'm okay if they don't. You don't have to trust me. Ty messaged me and he's like, what happens if Venture finds out these idiots are going to try and just raise the whole city? And I said, Venture's going to let them explicitly know that if shit hits the fan, she will leave them. So, casual.
Yeah.
Oh, darn. Don't let the door hit your ass.
Get the fuck out?
We're
Plus
just not going to put any
also,
labels on
you
this.
Yeah, and no one knows except for Tholmaris that I made a deal with the devil.
True.
And I'm
You're
a
the
very
only
good
one
liar, and so are they.
at the moment. All right. So that has been our game today. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you all next time we see you, which will be at random, most likely. We won't even announce it. There will be a 10-minute timer that shows up, maybe, and then we'll be there playing a game.
So make
see
sure
you
you
all.
follow and do the notification thingies on
Yeah,
your
Shannon, plug it.
Yeah.
your Twitches.
I'm on Blue Sky now, so Twitter's done for me.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, not the Twitter. The Twitch.
Twitch.
On the
Twitch.
Twitch.
On
Twitchy thing.
Twitch,
The
yeah.
following,
I
the
recognize
following,
when we
and the
start.
bell for the notification. Yeah.
Yeah.
the bell.
As soon as Musk bought it, I got rid of Twitch.
Yeah. Definitely follow
Got
Bell.
all musky.
See you all later. Goodbye. Thanks
No!
for watching.
Don't buy Twitch.